क्या बोल रहे हैं?
ये म्यूट हो रखा है।
हाँ म्यूट हो रखा है, म्यूट नहीं।
आप ठीक है,
बट इसमें आवाज
उनकी प्रॉब्लम है कुछ।
Am I clear, sir?
Hello, your voice is not clear, madam.
ये ऑनलाइन में हम बताएंगे।
Now audible, madam. You can start now.
Okay. Good morning to respected Principal Revatkar sir, respected Workert sir, Honorable Speaker Rampal Tandon sir, Nanoti sir, Kherani sir, Shirbhate madam, my colleague, and all participants join this online one-week faculty development program on innovations, teaching, learning, and research. It's today's need of faculty to fulfill a variety of roles as a teacher who commits is to provide their students with expert instruction and guidance so that students can be able to stand confidently in the collegial community. The aim of this faculty development program is to enhance faculty effectiveness, to encourage thoughtful and effective integration of educational technology into the teaching learning process, as well as research area. Here, we invite various eminent speakers from various places who deliver the lectures on very interesting and innovative topics. Their lectures definitely help you to reach the professional goals. So once again, I welcome you all in this program. Enjoy all the lectures, upgrade the knowledge, skills, and research opportunities. With this, I conclude my words. Thank you.
Thank you, Shilpa madam. Now I request Principal Dr. Revatkar sir for the welcome speech.
Thank you. Good morning all. Hopefully I'm audible. Maybe because we are sitting in a small town area wherein there is a lot of problem with the internet connectivity. But I hope you will bear with us. And I'm very fortunate that my teacher, my guide, my philosopher, and my everything, who has always encouraged me, Professor R.P. Tandon sir. Just a minute, I'll be talking from the another computer.
बेटा ये सब रिटायर हो चुके हैं, मैं बताऊंगा तुझे बाद में।
Good morning all. Hopefully I'm audible now because I'm sitting on the same computer wherein Sadanand is there. So I'm very fortunate that my guide, my philosopher, my friend, what name I can give, Professor R.P. Tandon sir, who has helped me a lot in doing so many things, and he is always a supportive person. He was held up in this pandemic situation in America. He had been to America to his daughter's place, but somehow he managed to come to India. And now with a short notice, he has accepted our invitation. And sir, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. So you are always.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Even
it's
if
a pleasure for me.
Yeah. So let me speak something about the idea of organizing the FDP program, a week online FDP program on teaching, learning, and research. As we know, the innovation does not delineate synthesizing something from nothing, but it anticipates on research to suggest novel hypotheses to test. Innovation is a creativity and development of a new product or a service with the aim of improving efficiency and effectiveness. It is not incepting and implementing new ideas or methods, but it also defined as innovations can be defined as a process that includes manifold activities to uncover new ways to do things. However, new innovations can be realized with creativity. Innovations in education encourage students and in particular faculties or a teacher to do some research, explore and use all the tools to uncover something that is totally new. Innovations cannot be tested or graded, but it can be inculcated and built up in students. In this environment, a high stakes testing, it can be incredibly difficult to introduce innovations and creativity in the classroom. Research is an amalgamation of both experience and reasoning, is regarded as the most successful loom to the discovery of truth. The chief mileage of research and innovation is to get deep into the topic so that something helpful can be drawn out for everybody and can be utilized in that particular sector. In today's innovation economy, diverse field of professional education becomes more important for developing the next generation of innovators and divergent thinkers. So teachers need to be equipped with the concept and strategies of innovative research work of their field. In a week-long FDP, we try to highlight upon the significance of research and innovation in any professional education, as well as enumerates the initiative being taken by various educational government bodies such as CSIR, AICT, UGC, NCERT, SCERT in promoting and enhancing their innovative research work, either with the assistance of technology, finance, e-resources, organizing conferences at national and international platform, training on research methodology with a special reference to action research. At Vidya Vikas College, wherein I am working, my college belongs to Wardha district, the Concept School. We encourage true innovation in education and research. In fact, innovation in education and research is woven into the very fabric of learning at Vidya Vikas College. Our teachers use technology as well as the latest pedagogical tools to encourage our students to think out of the box and innovate in the classroom. So Vidya Vikas Samudrapur also encourages students to develop different life skills, thereby inculcating innovations and unleashing the creativity of students. So if you are looking for an approach to education that is creative, innovative and cutting edge, look no further than Vidya Vikas College Samudrapur, the Concept School. I am very happy to announce that Sri Shivaji Science College Rajura, District Chandrapur is our associate in this great event, where they are emphasizing on lot of innovative research and teaching activities. I am grateful to Shivaji Science College Rajura, in particular Dr. S.M. Warkad, Dr. Raj Muhammad Khirani, for their wholehearted support in organizing this event. I hope all participants will enjoy the FDP, wherein they have an opportunity to get enlightened by the great personalities with the experts in their various fields. I am very thankful for all those invited speakers who have accepted our invitation and ready to deliver their expertise in their talk. In particular, Professor R.P. Tandon sir, Professor Nanoti sir, who is a close associate of mine. We have worked together and we have done a lot of things. Dr. Mangala Hirwade, Dr. Satish Malode sir, Dr. D.P. Kothari, Dr. Ajit Kumar Mahato, a good friend of mine, Dr. Sanjay Dhoble, Dr. Ratiram Chaudhary, Dr. T.D. Praveen Kumar, Professor Rajeshri Jotania, Dr. Rachna Patil, Dr. Sanjay Jain, Dr. G. Bala Subramani, and S.B. Kishore. So these are some of the speakers. So I know that I have taken a little more time, and because of there is some problem with the internet connectivity, but still I hope that God will bless us and our FDP will continue. So thank you very much. Over to you, Shilpa.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Principal Dr. S.M. Varkar, sir, for welcome speech.
Hello. Hello.
Sir, audible, but some blur sound is there.
Sir, your audio. Sir, your voice is not clear.
I think not clear, sir.
यार मेरा फोन
नहीं होगा।
ये प्रॉब्लम देखता
मीडिया
Audible now, ma'am? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Now audible, sir.
Good morning, one and all. My dear friends, respected team organizers of this faculty development program, my friend Dr. Dr. Neena Sukhathe, Vice Principal. Sir, your voice still not clearly audible, sir. There is some trouble, sir. I think it's a technical problem, or maybe you can change your headphones, sir. Is it now audible, sir? Yes, sir. Now audible.
ठीक है, यहाँ रिंगटोन साइलेंट हो गया।
आपल्या कॉलेजच आहे ना, आपल्या कॉलेजच सुरू आहे, काही झाले नाही झाले।
ये सब क्रॉस चेक कराएंगे, इनको बिठा करके कराएंगे।
स्टूडेंट को दे
ये हमारा ये पूरा हो गया स्टीयरिंग कमेटी में प्लेस मेंबर्स ऑफ जोनल चैप्टर चेयर। ये तो उस दिन लिख दिया था ना, भानु प्रताप को तो वहां लिखे हैं, तो यहाँ क्यों लिखे हैं? भानु प्रताप को स्टीयरिंग में लिखे ना।
Participants, today's keynote speaker, Dr. Rampalji Tandon, Professor and former Head, Department of Physics and Astrophysics, University of Delhi. Dr. V. Nanoti, Director, LTJSS, Priyadarshini Group of Institutions, Nagpur. All teaching staff of both the colleges and all participants who have joined for this faculty development program on very vital issue, innovation, teaching, learning, and research. As being an organizer, I welcome you all. Dear friends, as you know, innovation not only in teaching, learning, and research, but in all walks of life makes our life happy, interesting, and meaningful. Otherwise, one has to lead a dry and boring life. As we are going to impart new education policy where more weightage is given to skill development and innovation, apart from traditional way of learning. For last 3 years, that is in the period of coronavirus, all teaching staff from KG to PG is well acquainted with innovative teaching aids, Google Classroom, editing services, Classmaker, Edmodo, Kahoot, video streaming, flipped classroom, e-learning trends, digital textbooks, 3D printing, data analysis, etc. have been effectively used by our teaching staff. It's our responsibility to make our classroom teaching innovative. From today to the end of this faculty development program, I hope we will be able to impart innovative techniques for our students. Resource persons from various universities and higher education institutes have been invited to share their innovative ideas. I hope this 1 week faculty development program will be very successful and will add many innovative ideas to our knowledge and will be very helpful for teaching, learning, and research. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Over to Madam.
Thank you, sir. Let's proceed to our session 1. I request Vice Principal Dr. R.R. Khirani, sir, to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Rampal Tandon, sir.
I am audible. I am audible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you very much. I am Dr. Raj Mohammad Khirani, Vice Principal and HOD of Physics Department of Sri Sivaji Science College, Rajura, going to introduce today's keynote speaker for the 7-day FDP on innovations in teaching, learning, and research. Before I take the pleasure of introducing him, please allow me to express my gratitude to the principal of both the organizing institutions, Dr. Kishore Revatkar sir and Dr. S.M. Varkar sir. I am very glad to introduce Professor Rampal Tandon Sirji, former head Department of Physics and Astrophysics, University of Delhi. I am fortunate to have a close intimacy with him since 2013, when I was attended a very mega and innovative international conference organized by him in 2013 with Dr. Kishore Revatkar sir. The Tandon sir is a living inspiration to all of us and a man of action. He has teaching and research experience of more than 37 years, and presently he has been working as a visiting faculty at Department of Physics and Astrophysics, University of Delhi, and also extending his cooperation as a scientific consultant at Nanoscience and Nanotechnology Center, Jamia Millia Islamic University, New Delhi. During his 37 years of services, he has been published more than 200 research papers and awarded by many national and international universities for his outstanding and innovative contributions in the field of research. He has served as a visiting professor, as a visiting faculty, as a visiting scientist in a reputed universities of international level such as USA, Australia, and many more. List is much more. Under his guidance, 25 students were awarded PhD degrees. Beside this, he has several achievements and contribution to the academic field as a president, as a vice president, as a member, life member, fellow, edited. He has wrote 4 books. Due to a time constraint, I could not read all because I have more than half hours to deliver your profile. So therefore, I conclude. Now, may I invite Professor Rampal Tandon sir to deliver keynote speakers. Thank you very much. Over to Professor Rampal Tandon sir.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for very liberal praise and introduction which you have given. I don't know whether I deserve it or not, but let me thank at the outset, Professor. Let me begin my story from Nagpur. My association with Nagpur goes back to something like 40 years. My friend, Muh Boli Bahan jisko bolte hain, Professor Kamal Singh. Kamal Singh was the one who introduced me to Nagpur, and after that, many people have been inviting me there. Bhoga was the last one, and many more people. And I'm very fortunate that I am visible and audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm very fortunate to have people like Kishore Revatkar. I mean, it's a I am very proud of such people. He has given me so much importance, but I don't know. But I'm very, very glad that I came into interaction with Kishore Revatkar, Nanoti, Giriya, Vami, and there are endless number of people with whom I have interacted over past maybe more than 2-3 decades, almost 3 decades, I would say. We jointly made what is called a Society for Technologically Important Material called STEMI. I'm sure most of you may be knowing about it and may be a member of this particular organization. If not, please do so to become member. Kishore, I'm really very proud of you and your team that you have been so aggressive and so active in holding STEMI and these kind of lectures. Now, let me come to only in the evening last day, I read about the topic of your conference. So whatever little I could prepare, I would just go over it. Now, let me come to the scenario that education and career opportunities have undergone a sea change. If you look at the 30-40 years, when I was a student, I remember every parent had a desire that my son and daughter should become either engineer or they should become doctors. BA degree was a big thing, MA degree was a big thing, MSc was a big thing, and people were very happy with their proud achievement. But let me tell you, over the time, all these degrees have deteriorated so much that now degrees like BCom honors. I mean, a person who has done BCom honors from Delhi University can aspire to get a package of 15 lakh, 20 lakh, whereas people from MSc physics, they can hardly get any jobs. I'm very sorry to say these things. And I will give you some harsh fact also. So don't mind my saying some criticism about the present situation, particularly with respect to physics, because I'm from physics discipline. Situation with respect to job is not that great. Why it is not that great? And why people are so much desperate, so much of disappointment is there. I will just try to analyze those things. Now, part of the reason why this scenario has now, if somebody has to say I have done BA, he will be a bit of ashamed and embarrassed to say I have done BA because it has lost its charm now. What you need is you need a degree in software engineering, you need MBA, you need many other kinds of things to hold your head upright with pride and dignity. So what is wrong with these kind of things? Why does this much of deterioration has taken place? All kinds of policies have been coming, new education policies. I'm very happy that some changes are coming. So let us analyze our teaching method. I think part of the reason is that our teaching methods have not been that great. Lack of teachers. Believe me, while sitting at Delhi University, we don't have good teachers who can teach the core paper of physics. We are terribly short of such kind of teachers. And I can imagine what must be the situation in colleges, in far-flung area of the colleges. We don't have labs. Forget about few central universities and good IITs and all those places. Where are the good labs? Where can students learn all these things? There are no jobs outside. So much so the private universities are now taking a lead. Some of the private universities are taking a lead now. Our state universities are in a very deplorable state. I don't have to emphasize that. When I go to conduct Viva in Maharashtra, I know what pathetic situation is there, how the student has to struggle to get a job. And all kinds of malpractices are there. I'm sorry to say all these things, but this is the kind of thing. Now look at the present scenario of the job and career opportunities. I didn't hear anything up until 5 years ago. What is artificial intelligence? What is data science? What is data analytics? What is machine language? Now, all these things are a new coming up thing. Now, nobody bothers for BA degree and nobody bothers for MSc physics. Now, to orient ourselves so that I'm sure you all will agree. And most of you have been trained like that. Even I was trained like that. I didn't have exposure to many things. And if I don't have exposure, how can I pass it on to the next generation? And I'm sure most of you are suffering from this. So in that scenario, these kind of faculty development programs are very important. And the organizer should take care that what is going to the present situation and future situation. Accordingly, they should choose the topics so that people are really benefited. We should not hold these courses just for the heck of it, okay? Now, time has really changed. How developed countries have become developed? We are 1.4 billion, going to be 1.4 billion. But look at our contribution to the science. If you take 200 top patents, I don't think India has maybe one, two, may not be even. Leaving aside Raman effect, I don't think India has really contributed. Is it not a pathetic situation? Our performance in science, I usually say our performance in science can be compared with our performance in Olympics. Now, Olympics have improved. Now, there's a need for us to improve as far as the teaching and research is concerned. We are the third largest manpower pool, technical pool in the world. So what? Where is our performance? What is our impact on the international science? So these are the things which culminate into the fact to us to think about that really innovations are required in teaching, innovations are required in learning, and above all in research. That's the prime thing. How the life is moving in advanced countries. We are still, of course, we are on the path of nearly at the threshold of the developed world, but still there are many gaps which need to be filled. How people in advanced country have really progressed, let me tell you. People opt for multiple skills. Now here, if I am a BA, I am MA, I don't have any skill, let me tell you. I am zero as far as the job market is concerned. Now people abroad, Europe and USA, I can vouch for, that multiple skills are required. You may not be surprised, sometimes a physics professor is just serving wine somewhere, or he is driving a taxi. That's how the survival of the fittest. Don't think everything is so rosy in those countries. Life is hard. But the thing is, you should be able to switch your skills between different. And in that scenario, I must say this government skill development program is very good. It's a right initiative at the right time, not at the right time, it is already late, I must say, but these are the initiatives we should follow through. We had ITIs, but we never had those kind of community college. Everybody doesn't have to go to the university. You know, very selected people go to the universities, and most of the people end up in community college. And believe me, a plumber in US and a developed country, they're earning more than the assistant professor in physics. You take my words. I have faced myself, plumber will charge you $200 for coming to making a visit. Rest assured, the other things are separate. Where a professor doesn't make more than $70,000, $60,000, $80,000. So what I'm trying to say is this multiple skill is the need of the hour. So you should also try to expose your student to different skills. This is a very important thing. Now our university, like I said, are suffering a lot. Forget about few handful of universities, rest of the universities, some universities don't have even CROs, let me tell you that. So state universities are very bad. Most of them are like that. Now, so much so, some of the private universities are upcoming now. They are having better and they take more fee. But the thing is, where should a common person, a common man should go to have higher education? Now, coming to US universities and universities in Europe, most of the research which has come out, this is out of the universities. Very few research has come from the private university, from the private institution and IBM and Bell Lab, etc. But most of the research during World War I and World War II, this emerged out of US university. Where are we at the moment? Can we really boast that kind of thing? No, our contribution to research, where is our industry? The lack of jobs is because there is no industry. Where would MSc physics end up? So that is why the pure sciences are having terrible time. But in other countries, people are very happy to do MSc and PhD because there are a lot of industry which offers you jobs. Jobs is never in a shortage. By the time they graduate, they do PhD, at least 3 jobs offers are there. Where are we right now? So please think about these things, that our job situation is poor because there is no industry which caters to our student. Why not? If we are going to becoming a developed country, why not government put some restriction on these big companies? They should put some 2%, 3% of their budget on R&D, and that's how the country will progress. Even our education budget is very low. You all know we are just 2%, and we have been crying that we should be 4%, 5%, comparable to what Chinese is doing. So unless we increase these things, not much changes can be seen. So I'm sure you will just think about these points. Now, good funding should be available to state universities also. When it comes to state, the local government, they do not have much emphasis on the research. Research is not their business. Even to give minimum salaries is probably sometimes it becomes, it's deplorable. Even some states, they have not implemented the 7th pay commission. Punjab has not done, Himachal has not done, Jammu did it very recently. So what do you expect out of this? Please think about it and try to press your local bodies that they should think about this. unless you are good in research, innovation is out of question. You can't do innovation. You have to be very good in research and scientific background to do innovation. Otherwise, what you do is jugaad. In India, we don't have innovation, we have a jugaad. And you are all aware of this thing. I saw this man taking out water from a well using a bicycle. Oh, good idea. I'm not against it. Now, person is having a high heel shoe and a nail in the base, and then he walks in the field and he makes a hole of 4 or 5 inches and he puts a seed. Well, fine, this is jugaad, but there is no innovation. If you compare to that, if you look at the Chinese program, you will be amazed the kind of machine they have made, how China has become China. China was behind us about 40 years ago. China's GDP and everything China was in a very poor shape when they started. We started almost at the same level, but where are we now? We cannot catch up with the China. So that means whatever policy you make, whatever you do, of course, the basic reason is that we are a democratic country. We have to care for many things. Whatever it matters, mind it. If you have a very powerful neighbor, better watch for it. If you don't do it, your next generation will repent. So you have to rise to the occasion. You have to develop your skill. You have to improve your research. You have to improve your teaching. And unless you do that, with jugaad, you cannot go very far. We are very good in jugaad. I know that. Even 3 पहियों से हम गाड़ी चला लेते हैं. Somebody is driving a bike and he puts a rickshaw behind it. 5-6 people are able to sit. This is jugaad. It's okay, but this doesn't take you anywhere. So you have to really be good at the research. If you're good at the research, only then you can do some innovation work. Now, in the end, I will try to give you some areas where research and innovation is very, very much required. Areas like pollution, areas like environment, areas like energy, green hydrogen. You must all be hearing that the next generation is green hydrogen and electric vehicle. Believe me, some 20 years ago, I brought a delegation from Canada about hydrogen. They were making hydrogen about 25 years ago. I brought this delegation, but nobody took any notice of this thing, let me tell you. And now all of a sudden, there's a hue and cry. We want green hydrogen, we want pink hydrogen, we want this hydrogen, and eventually it is going to come. And I'm very happy government is giving what is called as a PLI, production linked in, and many incentives are giving. In that sense, I'm very happy that Tatas, Vedantas, and Adanis, these groups are coming forward and they are going to fill the gap of IC manufacturing. I mean, being such a developed country so far, close to the developed country, we don't have a single foundry. This is a matter of shame. We never had this. So now with this kind of thing, people are going to make semiconductor chips. Once the chips are being made, there will be huge number of jobs for physics student. But there has been a lot of delay. But good that government is giving so much of incentive. You can see that one of the companies is getting 49% share in Vedanta's and by paying very little amount, and the rest amount is being borne by the government. But it's good. Let's make somebody should make chip in this because of the shortage of the chip. Our automobile industry has suffered. Maruti's production has gone down tremendously because there are no chips. So I hope within the next 5 years, at least 3 foundries will be in operation, and hydrogen, green hydrogen will be there, and electric vehicle. Believe me, by 2050, we have a mandate. It is not our choice that we have to become zero emission, zero carbon emission, 2050. So given all these things, people like you, teachers, they have great responsibility to implement these things. Otherwise, we cannot achieve these targets. Target is we have to have clean energy. At the same time, we develop new technologies, keeping in view our pollution. So, like I said, green hydrogen and electric vehicles are very important. Let me remind you of Stephen Hawking. You all know Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was very vocal and he made, I don't know, after Einstein, probably I rate him #2 brain in the world. Stephen Hawking said 3 things which I like, and they are controversial also. One of them, he said, this planet Earth will not survive more than 100 years, given the rate of pollution and human activity on this planet. Very right, I fully agree. 100 years is a long time, this Earth cannot survive. All kinds of protocols, there's a Montreal Protocol, Paris Protocol, this and that, hundreds meetings have taken place, but nothing has done in fact. Trump outrightly rejected pollution funding. So now there's a competition between India and China also. Our claim is that let us come to that same level up to which you have come, United States and other countries, then we will reduce our emissions. So this race will go on and go on. In the process, the pollution will suffer. So we have to really work that the pollution should come. So Stephen Hawking said 100 years is the time I give you for the number two. He said aliens are. I believe it because even Americans have declassified some UFO related reports, and from this it seems they have an area called Area Area 51 where nobody can go. And they believe there are many information which are and many things which are kept by the US government. You cannot go there. And they said some aliens were also caught. I don't know about that. And the third thing which Stephen Hawking said, we don't need God. Well, this is a controversial statement, I will not say, but it has a lot of strength when you say we don't need God. That means science is so developed, scientifically we can develop so much that we can. So there's no clash between religion and science, but it is when you try to science to understand nature, you are getting closer to God, I would say. So there is no clash. So these are the things which I think we should keep in mind. And now I start with some of the slides to show you. So start with the slide. So as you can see, the introduction, Myers and Marquis, they were two innovators. They said innovation is not a single action, and it's a series of interrelated and processes. It is not just the conception of a new idea, nor the invention of a new device, nor the development of new market. The process of these things is acting in an integrated fashion. Next one, please. Now, innovation and invention. Invention is a novel product, device, process, or concept. It requires knowledge, competence, and funding. Unless you have funding, you can't have inventions. Example is like printing press, electricity, telephone. When you come to the innovation is the introduction of a newer and a better solution that meet the requirement of existing market needs, require knowledge, competence, financial aid, and require technical knowledge and financial support. Our examples are iPhone, tablets, flat screen TV. Now, iPhones, because phone was already existing, we had a table phone, we had wireless phone, then we had this phone, Android, then we have iPhone. So this is a one level improvement over the preceding phone. So this is we call innovation. And the next is tablet. Similarly, the same story. We had computer 286, then we had 486, then we have Pentium 1, Pentium 3, I don't know what not. And similarly, you had a storage media. I first bought my what you call cassette. Now you don't have cassettes, eh? Probably we still have in some shop, but then we had a CD and DVD and pen drive and whatnot, and many colossal medias are coming now. Now, let me tell you that the kind of storage media which are going to see, not me, but you are definitely going to see because you are young people, it will have a life, storage life, so much huge storage capacity. If you have time, you just look at the colossal memory system. Now, these are the systems which are going to be designed. If perfected, these systems will be able to show you movies for 10,000 years without repeating a movie. Nobody lives for 10,000 years. That means if you have one of these devices, your generations and generation will be able to see movies. So these are the kind of some of the development which are on the horizon. So many things are going to happen. But again, let me remind you why so many things are not coming from India. Why these kind of original ideas are not coming from India. That's where this conference and this workshop should really ponder upon what are we lacking and what can we do to improve our situation. Next one, please. Next one, please. Basic difference between, oh no, better, just go back. Go back. Yes. Now we have got discovery. No, better go back, go back, go back. Next one, next one. Yes, stay on this. Oh, come on, come back. Come back. Yes, stay on this. Stay. Discovery, innovation, invention, innovation, and research, product development. These are the 5 areas which are required to be understood. Now, discovery is a recognition of something which already exists. Now, Christopher Columbus discovered America. America was there already, but somebody discovered it. Same thing you can say that Columbus discovered America and India was discovered by whosoever you remember. In the purest sense, मुझे नाम भूल गया इसलिए. In the purest form, invention can be defined as the creation of a product, introduction of a process that first time. Invention is pre-existing thing about which is known for the first time. Alexander Graham Bell invented what you call telephone. This is invention. This is the first telephone, so this is invention. iPhone is not an invention, it is an innovation. Similarly, Henry Ford assembled the car line, so this was the first line. Now, Mercedes is not an invention, it is an improvement, which is called innovation. So innovation, somebody improves or makes a significant contribution to existing product, process, or service. The first commercial television produced in 1936 was the innovation, because there was already information, and then 1936, I didn't know television is that old. So somebody brought in 1936, United Kingdom, and this was innovation. Now research, all of you are doing research, okay? Now, someone improves or makes a significant contribution to an existing product, process, or service. All researchers on the Google or ResearchGate, they are doing research. Anyway, I will not divulge too much of this because you all know about this thing. Now, product development, converting landlines phone into wireless handset for easy portability and full-time access to communication. This is a product development. Now, the whole emphasis of the industry is product development. And believe me, whosoever perfects the product becomes billionaire overnight. Next one, beta. Next one. So, typology of innovation. Now you can see product innovation, the development of new improved product, process innovation, the development of new manufacturing process, organizational on a new unique venture division. Even if you do something in your organization, even if you change the pattern of meetings or communication, that's an innovation at the organizational level. Next one, please. Next one. Typology of innovation, product information, process innovation, organizational innovation, management innovation, production innovation, commercial marketing innovation. So the development of a new improved product is a product innovation. Process, you develop a new process. A new venture division, a new internal communication system is at the organizational innovation. Total quality management system, business process, this is all management contribution. And if you come to the next one, production innovation, quality circle, JIT manufacturing system, ISO system, BISO system, these are all which contribute to the production of the innovation, production innovation. And now if you come to the commercial marketing, new financing arrangement, new sales approach, direct marketing. Next one, please. Now Steve Jobs, everybody knows Steve Jobs. He died very young age. He was a billionaire, multi-billionaire. I remember, it's not given here, I remember his last line. He says, when I was sick, I was dying in the hospital. Nobody could replace my pain. There was nobody who could take my pain and stay in the bed for me. No money could buy that kind of thing. And I'm dying, and now I realize money has no value. Same money, I can use a car, smaller, cheaper car. I reach the same distance, same destination, same cheaper watch, a Rolex watch. So these are the kind of thing which he uttered the last words. It was very pathetic and moving. He said, nobody can share my pain and get me out of the operation theater. Anyway, here he says, innovation has nothing to do with how many R&D dollars you spend. He was right. Apple came up with Mac. IBM was spending billions of dollars, but Mac was done with very little money. So he says, if it is about a people you have, and it is about how they are led and how much innovative thinking you have. It is not required that you have spend a lot of money and then you end up with a better product. Mac, these were all, whether Hewlett Packard, you all know that these things were developed in their, what you call the garage. These are all garage technologies. Later they become billionaire. And today all these people are the top ranking, number one in the richest, number two, number three, they're all in US. And fortunately or unfortunately, you all know that most of them, they are college dropout. I will divulge on this point later on, but this doesn't mean that you should all drop out of the college, but that's what it's in. Because right from the beginning, they are taught in such a manner, originality of thinking, questioning. These are the very important things which they are exposed. Our system still doesn't allow that. We are very hesitant in asking questions even in the class. Our parents are not that permissive also to allow this kind of thing. Now you just think about it, that how it is happening that the world's all leading rich people are from US. And at the same time, let me also tell one thing. First 20 CEO in US, they are of Indian origin. Start with Sundar Pichai and Nadella, and there are about 20, PepsiCo and all those. At least 20 I can count who are of Indian. So why the hell when India, we don't work, and when we go to United States, they're all at the top of their profession. So what is different? That means there's a fundamental difference between teaching, innovation, research, how we teach. There are no hundreds of exams to get an admission. This is my thinking. They just have all the universities. Nobody takes any separate exam except for, I don't think they all go by the numbers you have secured in your undergraduate. Here we have 10,000 exams. By the time you end up spending thousands of rupees and you fill so many forms for competition here and this, and still we don't know what is going to happen. So this is a very fundamental thing. We have to think about this. I'm very happy some of the central universities, they are having now what is called CUET, the common entrance undergraduate exam. That is the right thing to do in this scenario. So you must also think about it, that why all universities should not be normalized even in this country. Why somebody sitting in the remote corner has an inferior course, and why somebody sitting in Delhi and Mumbai has a better access to the course. And similarly, they have poor access to the. Next one, please. Next one, please. Now, interaction of university and industry is very important. Classification of the, so I will not go into that. Like I said, more than 80% industry, inventions have emerged out of university. And now with the interaction of the university and industry, technology emerges out, okay? Mind it, it's the basic, if I'm physicist, I tell basic mother science is physics. Out of physics, we have technology, we have engineering, we have product development. So, but mind it, the basic thing is physics. If we have solid background of physics understanding, then you can do all innovation, you can do all applied physics, you can do pressure. Now, you will be amazed that people who are very good physicists in US, they are manning all over. Even in the Wall Street, some of the best share brokers, they are with a PhD physics background. Because physics is such a subject that it can take you anywhere. Only thing you have to master it, which most of us don't do that. Next one, please. Next one, please. University versus industry research. This is something which is totally missing in this country. We are all shouting. Now, government made a recent policy that university should earn money and they will give them loan. Now there's a lot of hue and cry. People are just scared. What is going to happen to our salaries? Of course, it cannot happen overnight. University provide the fundamental and basic research, which tends to be more general. University concentrate on the pursuit of knowledge. Industry research focuses more on, industry focuses on product development, new technology, understanding of technology in existing product, technology in manufacturing, application of knowledge for commercial purposes. Next one, please. Classification of research, knowledge, basic concept, applied physics, applied research, development, technical physics, the physical products. Next one, close to the market. These products go to the market. Next one, please. I will be running late, so please carry on quickly. Next one. Yes, another gentleman, very important. Go back. Go back. Okay, if not just now. If you don't invest in the basic research at some stage, you start losing the basis of applied research. If there's no basic research, there's no applied research. No applied research, no product development. no technology. Next one, please. Next one. अरे सुन ले भाई, next one. Yes. Innovation in teaching. अब ये पॉइंट नोट कीजिएगा. अच्छा चलो, तुम फिर चेंज कर दिया. How innovation in teaching can improve? Involve creativity and makes teaching interesting. Thorough, innovative technology methods. Children can explore the world and fulfill their innovative learning is more engrossing through the technology as it keeps the children focused versus in a classroom where they may be distracted. Makes collaboration easier as student, teacher, and parents can communicate effectively. Students technology based skills. चौथी तीसरी क्लास का बच्चा वहां, अभी तो कंप्यूटर यहाँ भी शुरू हो गया. They are doing so many machine based experiments. Reduces the need of textbook. If you have the computer, textbooks are reduced. Cost is also gone. Faster and more effective delivery of lessons if you are using this technology. Next one, please. Next one. Role of online classes in the study. Ab online the use of smart boards, teachers blog, inclusiveness of socialization in online. ये कुछ noise आ रहा है पीछे. Stop that, please. Creating real life example to facilitate flipped classroom teaching. Flipped का मतलब है टीचर जो है स्टूडेंट बन जाए, स्टूडेंट टीचर बन जाए. That may be the free flow of the ideas. Cloud computing, teaching through 3D. अरे रुक तो जाओ भाई तुम. Go back, please. Teaching through 3D technology. मुझे ये बताओ, कितने लोग फिजिक्स में क्रिस्टल स्ट्रक्चर को जानते हैं? थोड़ा बहुत जानते हैं, बाकी सब रट्टा मार के बोलते हैं. Calcium is here because we have never seen 3D print. If you visualize 3D, it will sit in your mind. You will never forget it. Most of us do not understand crystal structure of the complicated compound. Sodium NaCl तो easy है, but perovskite का तो कई लोग नहीं होंगे. उसके बाद ferrite का spinel structure है. Very few people can explain it. Next one, please. There's so much of noise is there. Next one. Next. There's so much of noise. I cannot speak like that. Okay, now it is okay. बहुत noise आ रहा है बेटा. Just to create an innovative, open, create and trustworthy place for students to grow, take risk, and feel comfortable in their classroom. Pattern of learning. बोल यार उसको जरा ये तो. The ability for students to connect, grow, and innovate, not only with the class, but with each other also. This will around them, me, and I develop. Next one karo beta. Next one beta. Next one. Next one. Next one. Go to the next one, please. ये तो तुम बैक में आ गए बेटा. हाँ, अब देखो ये there are 10 ways teacher can create innovative learning space. ये देख लेना. फिर चलो बेटा आगे चलो. अरे वो 10 points जो थे, हाँ इसमें just hold on here. Mindset. A change in mindset, mood, and overall classroom vibe begins with the teacher. Self-reflection. Self-reflection in the classroom is a way for the educator to look back on their teaching strategy to discover how and why they were teaching in a certain way and how further students responded. Open-ended question. Ab sub question syllabus na ho, you should have some questions which are outside the textbook.
बल्कि मैं उसको निकाल ही रहा हूँ.
An open-ended question. Create flexible learning environment. हम लोग बड़े rigid हैं अपने syllabus के लिए, but we should have collaboration, independent thinking, and group discussion. Personality matters. Create a place for all the learners. Next one, please. Next one. Next one.
देते हैं ना वहाँ पे क्यों लिखा है मुझको?
तो इस पे भी तो वही होना था.
हम अपलोड करते हैं ना.
भाई तो आ रही ना, वो तो नहीं कर सकते ना. Next one. Please.
ये बोलना नहीं पड़ता ना, हमें नेक्स्ट कर लेते हैं.
उस पे कर लीजिए. पीछे आवाज भी आ रही है ना. Hello, next one, please. हाँ, ठीक है. Use problem finding. But there's a big drawback in our system, at least with respect to physics. We are very poor in problem setting and problem. We find some solution, we find some problem, just tweak it little bit this side and this side, and that's we khana puri ho jaya. The end of it, you know. I have seen student there, and I can tell you, you cannot teach class 12th even with your PhD because they are so much problem oriented. Let student take the risk and fail. Failure, you should not mind failure. Let student attempt something. Let them fail. Student need experience to learn. A flipped classroom model where teachers and students are flipped, and like I said, the free flow of information is there. There's no hesitation. There is no embarrassment between the students. Invite entrepreneurs and innovators into classroom. You should use this technology. Outside expert, you invite them in the classroom. Use the design thinking process. Design thinking process is a set of structured strategies that identify challenges, gather information, generate potential solution, refinement. Next one, please. Next one. Next one. Move on. Next one. चलिए और आगे चलिए because I'm running late. Next one चलिए. अच्छा, मैं कुछ एरियाज आपको बता रहा हूँ चूंकि 12 बज चुके हैं, तो I will just now, like I said, the pollution is very important. We should really worry about some of these things. जैसे हम लोगों ने innovation किया, अब these are the area where innovation is required. We had incandescent lamp, then we switched over to the CFL, then we came to the LEDs. What is going on? These are called innovation because this is reducing the, as well as the saving the environment. When we had CFL, we had the mercury problem. Methane has 25 times the impact on carbon dioxide as greenhouse effect. We all know in the paddy industry, paddy fields, methane is generated. So this is a very serious problem. Innovations are required to curb this problem. Is equivalent to two unit generated in the power plant. Not proper, efficiency will drop by 10%. Every time you open fridge, 30%. These are the small things, but this tells you how the power is being wasted. By the way, we also work here on the thermoelectric material, and that tells you that 60% of energy in industry is being lost as a heat energy. Now, to devise, this is innovation, you have to make a device, you have to invent materials which can use this heat energy and convert electricity. And that's one of the projects which myself and Professor Ajit are doing. So these are some of the areas which people should look into this. This reduces pollution also. And not only this, with this kind of material, you can cover the entire solar spectrum because you concentrate and then you can use thermoelectric part and then you can use the photovoltaic part. If you use photovoltaic with thermoelectric, you can use the entire solar spectrum. Anyway, these are some, if you recycle metal, you save 95% of energy. So these are some of the innovation people should look at. Next one, please. Next one, please. Next one, please. अब दो तरह की energy है, renewable and non-renewable. So I will not go into this. You all know about it. Solar energy is very important. Now, if we are to tackle 1 hour solar energy, it is good for the entire world for 1 year. So these are the kind of potential. I see in some of the developed countries, they have already given to put rooftop panel, which India is now also doing. India has a great potential as far as the solar energy concerned. We should use this thing and state with subsidy and these. Next one, please. We all know that the nuclear energy, how hazardous is this. Energies which are renewable energy. Now you have wind energy, geothermal energy, water energy, biomass, solar, and these are the different kind of energy we should use. We have a great potential as far as the coastal areas is concerned. The wind energy is very important, and we are aiming to have about 5,000 megawatt of. So these are some of the things where innovations are very much needed. I came across a project where these generators, these wind turbine, their fans get lightning strike. Okay, there's a lightning strike and they get corroded. Even otherwise they get corroded. Now we need some kind of coating which can take care of this. This was a big problem and can get money. How to stop this kind of corrosion in these? Next one, please. Next one. Chalo bhaiya, next one. चलिए छोड़िए आगे चलेगी. Let's move on. Let's move on. Move on. Next. Next. क्या बनता है यार? बेटा next पे चलो. Energy conservation can be through increased efficient use. Decrease. हाँ. ये भी छोड़ दो बेटा. ये it will take a lot of time. That energy harvesting छोड़ दीजिए. Now the time has come when we have to use even the smallest amount of energy. आपके जितने Airtel के tower and all these towers, even they are a good source of energy. These radiation. Now time has come when we have to use the minimum. These kind of radiation we can harness them, and even with mechanical, motion, we can use that kind of. जैसे अब आपने अपना, if you move your arm, if you have a piezoelectric material, if you put under your shoe sole, you can generate enough electricity to take care of your personal requirement. So these are some of the things which, so mechanical energy can be converted, thermal energy can be converted, light energy, you can capture sunlight, photo sensor using photodiodes, and you can harness this electromagnetic energy from the inductance and from the transformer, natural energy from the environment such as water flow, ocean current. There's a lot of potential in the ocean energy. You have big, because there's a temperature gradient in the ocean, you can harness that energy. Human body, you can, if you move your arm, you generate enough energy, and it can power your pacemaker and things like that. Even your hearing aid. Other energy, there's a lot of energy, chemical and biological energy. But next one, please. Next one, please, because I'm already 12:10. इसको भी छोड़ दीजिए बेटा, छोड़ दीजिए इसको भी. This will. Now next one, please. Next one, ये भी छोड़ दीजिए. This is one of the experiment by the NASA. Okay, हाँ इसको छोड़िए, इसको आगे चलिए. Next one. सुनता ही नहीं. अरे भाई, next one. हाँ. Now this is a very symbolic and very descriptive kind of description that where the world is happening, world is leading. You believe me, in next 30, 40 years, that this world is going to transform at a tremendous rate. You won't be able to recognize. Of course, we will not be, but people of your age, I am told that people who are born after 2000, so they will have very long life, and they will see so many in terms of the artificial intelligence of the NASA slide, which tells you that made of conducting polymer. You can see 4 figures on the left-hand side. They are made of conducting polymer. And if you have sensors and you bias them properly, you can create different kind of gesture on their field. All this leads to what is called the production of humanoids. The day is not very far off when, if you have time, look at the Google and see. The day is not far. The scientists are struggling to make something which is a replacement of human being. Today is not far off that when we have robots, which are already, even in Delhi now, I see that in Noida, one restaurant has started with the robotic waiters. Of course, I saw in Shanghai also. So the time has come when the human replacement, which are called human. If not human, you have humanoid, and humanoids are going to replace humans. And there's an imminent danger that sometimes civilization can be destroyed by these robotics and humanoids. Next one, please. ये भी छोड़ दीजिए. Chinese ने एक robot बनाया and he married this robot for himself. Next one, please. अच्छा, मैं आपको एक बताना. Now, who is the biggest innovator and inventor at the moment? Let me tell you that. There's a very famous name by the Ray Kurzweil. Ray Kurzweil is a very well-known technology guru and whatnot. He's made few assumptions, not predictions. He said, at the moment in 2010, ये जो ग्राफ आप देख रहे हो, ये ग्राफ ये दिखा रहा है कि how many calculation per second we can achieve. Now, at the moment, we have a device which is costing $1,000 and it is equivalent to one human brain. And he said by 2050, you will have those kind of computer devices which will be the sum of all human civilization. जितने भी लोग दुनिया में हैं, जितने उनकी mental capacity add कर लो, इतनी calculation कर सकेंगे. It's a very dreadful scenario when you have so many powerful devices. Not only that, the time is coming when they will have a synthetic neocortex, and it will be half organic brain and half synthetic brain, and they will be able to decipher what you are thinking. So time is not very far. It's very frightening that human brains can be controlled someday. Already, you know, the biggest, I would say, of this century is Elon Musk. Elon Musk has two companies. Elon Musk is not highly qualified, but that is an iconic person, let me tell you, as an innovator. He has Starlink, where he has capacity to load so many satellites in the, which he did also. When Ukraine was in trouble, he offered few hundred satellites in one go. So he plans to do that. Then he has a Neuralink. Neuralink is where he can upload your brain on the computer. So you know what implication it has. You can upload. Now it will be able to tell you what you are thinking actually. Already some of the immigration authorities have experimented with this kind of, what kind of thinking you have. So Neuralink and Starlinks are very important. And Elon Musk has the idea by 2025, but I don't believe 2025 is that early. Maybe by 2030, he is going to have a civilization on the Mars. It's definitely going to happen. 2025 is too early, but he has the capacity to do that. Of course, he is the richest man in the world, and he's the iconic man of this century. The next one, please. Next one. Next one. There is a very famous person by the name Ray Kurzweil, and like I said, he's a very well-respected person. He said, in 1990, in 1990, he predicted a computer will defeat world champion. And we know that the IBM's Deep Blue defeated Garry Kasparov. PC would be able to answer all your queries. We have a translator which can translate 40 languages, and exoskeletal limbs would be for that. Abhi dekhiye, the disabled army hai, he can even I have seen a person who is totally disabled, but through computer, through thought process, he's able to work on the computer. He could draw an ellipse. That's one thing which it came in the Nature Journal. Now, in 1999, he predicted people would be able to talk to their computer. We already know that this is Apple's Siri and Google's computer display would be built in eyeglasses. Your internet will be downloaded. It will be on your eyes itself. Computer learning activity, it will be on your eyes, on your retina. The computer, the internet will be there. Labs and teams were building head-mounted display. Well before 2009, Google started experimental with the Google Glass, prototype 2011. Next one, please. Next one, please. उसने कहा 2010 में बेटा complete करो. Visual solution would be to deal with the real-time language translation. Spoken in a foreign language would be translated. And today we have a device which is costing a few $100s, and you can translate 40 languages. So traveling abroad has become very easy. Now, Microsoft via Skype Translate, Google Translate, and other, this has been done. And the app called the Word Lens actually uses the camera to find out, translate the imaginary in a real time. Next one, please. Next one, please. Glasses will beam image into your retina. 10 terabytes of computing power, same as the human intelligence is $1,000. By 2020, most of the diseases will go. I don't believe all these things, but these are the rough projection, and these are the predictions which people are making. Normal human eating can be replaced by nano system. शायद बिना खाने के भी काम चल जाएगा. And your age is going to be enhanced. That is one thing. We already have the evidence of that. Self-driving car. अभी वो कह रहे हैं 10 साल में self-driving car, you will not be allowed to drive on the highways. You will have taxis. You just call them, and everything is programmed. You don't have to drive. the language says you will not be permitted to drive on highway. Virtual reality will be 100% able to upload our mind consciousness by the end of the decade. देखिए 10-20 साल इधर उधर होना तो बड़ा कोई मुश्किल नहीं है. By the late 2040, non-biological intelligence will be billion times more capable than biological intelligence. Non-biological intelligence will be billion times more capable than the human intelligence. Nanotech foglets will be able to make food out of thin air by 2045. Next one, please. So ये सब चीजें science fiction अभी लग रही हैं, but that's how. Now I was looking at these, and the new movies are coming. Just look at those movies. They are weird at the moment, but they have certain message. They have projections for the future work coming out. So I will just stop it here, and this will give you. I try to give you a flavor that where we are lacking, what improvements when we can do in our research and technology, and what are the future forecasts, and how we can do innovation. We can do innovation only when we are thorough in our research. We understand the subject only. Otherwise, जो भी हम करते हैं वो जुगाड़ होता है. So with that, I will try to stop it here. Thank you very much. Thank you. घंटा तो हो भी गया. Thank you. This end.
Slides नहीं तो
Unmute first. Unmute करो करा मैडम.
Sorry.
कंप्यूटर में करना चाहिए.
Thank you, Tandon sir. Your talk and presentation definitely fruitful for us, and we try to acquire multiple skills in teaching, learning, and innovations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now I request. Okay. Yes, sir.
कोई क्वेश्चन आंसर हो, किसी को कोई शंका हो, तुम लोग अपना काम जल्दी करना चाहते हो, but let there be some questions if anybody is having any weird question, straight question, right question, wrong question. Chalo, anyway, I thank you all for listening to me, but in case there is any doubts, you can get me, take my email from Kishore, and we can always be in touch with you. Thank you very much.
Very much. May I have a small question?
Yes, please.
What kind of future that we expect in near future, maybe in 10-20 years? What kind of innovation that we are expecting?
बेटा मैंने तो आपको 10-20 साल 2050 तक का बता दिया है. आपकी longevity, आपकी लाइफ स्पैन जो है ना, that is will be going to be 100 years very easily, to take my words, because already it has been established. And मैंने कुछ चीजें और कवर नहीं की. Photonics materials are very promising, जहाँ की people have shown what is called invisibility cloaking experiment है. And nanotechnology is definitely very promising, and nanotechnology has already shown the promise many things, and nanotechnology के base पे many devices are being made. Every day there is one device. और जो मैंने बताया आपको, वो ये बताया कि एक तो ये है कि life will be very fast, and life will be, you will encounter 20 years from now, you won't see any worker in the lab, in the factory. Only one person may be there who will open the factory and one supervise. All the work will be done by robots. It will have its own problem, unemployment, but it is never the case. 2000 के में भी ये हुआ था कि unemployment now, but the things are going, the automation is going, and the mass production, nanotechnology is going to give you. They said the cost of the product will be almost zero. Like I said, the food will be very cheap. Diseases will be gone. Well, there are probably too exaggerated also. I'm not saying that, but these are directions where we are going. Diseases, it will be a disease-free thing. So many things are being told, and like I told you that the computation capacity will be so huge that a single device will have the computation capacity of the entire population of the planet. So just think about it, how magnificent the world will be. But at the same time, there will be, जैसे मैंने कहा कि अब देखिए cloning का experiment बंद किया because people realize that एक हिटलर बहुत था, अगर 10 हिटलर हो जाएंगे तो क्या होगा इस दुनिया का. So there are the disadvantages, there are pros and cons of these things, there are ethical issues also, so people have to think about those also. So the world will be very different. Only thing, you have to march with it. You have to keep pace with it. If not, let me tell you, survival of the fittest. People who will have the technology, they will rule the world. अगर आपका बैठे बैठे दिमाग किसी ने वहां से control कर लिया, क्या करोगे? And nobody is going to share these technologies. Survival of the fittest हमेशा ये आज भी क्या हो जिसकी लाठी उसी की भैंस आज यूक्रेन मारा जा रहा है. There is nobody to defend them. There is not a single soul on the planet who can defend them. तो भैया ये हमेशा रहा लाठी भैंस का रहा है. Survival of the fittest है, and the story will go on like that. It is in your interest that you rise to the occasion, develop your technologies, defend yourself. मैंने पहले भी कहा था, having a strong neighbor like China in your vicinity, and if you don't pay attention to real issues, छोटे मोटे issues को छोड़ दीजिए, country की survival की बात है, you have to really take the real issues and let us fight for it. समझे? आप मेरा मैसेज समझ गए होंगे. You have to fight. You have to make yourself capable, more capable than your neighbor. Otherwise, survival of the fittest. हमारी boundary में घुस आता हमें पता नहीं लगता, and we are already under threat from these. So we should be strong. Strongest survival of the fittest हमेशा game रही है बेटा, and it will continue like that. We have to be strong. We have to develop our own technologies. We have to upgrade our technology, curriculum. We have to improve our teaching. We have to improve research tremendously. ये पेपर तो छाप रहे हैं, हम लोग भी टिकिया बना बना के पेपर छाप रहे हैं, आप सब लोग छाप रहे हैं, पेपरों की भरमार हो रही है. नंबर ऑफ पब्लिकेशन इमर्जिंग फ्रॉम इंडिया इज वेरी हाई, नंबर 3-4 पे आ गए हैं, बट डज इट हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ इम्पैक्ट? तो खाना पूरी नहीं करो बेटा. लेट अस रियली थिंक अबाउट इट एंड रियली स्ट्राइव हार्ड टू मीट आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. थैंक यू. क्या बात, डर के भाग गए सब लोग?
नहीं, वो थोड़ा सा देखेंगे.
लैग चलता. हाँ बेटा.
No sir, it was actually a very nice experience to listen you. ऐसा लगता है कि आपको सुनते रहे, लेकिन आपकी भी बैटरी का सोचना पड़ेगा हमको. Thank you very much sir, thank you.
नहीं, मेरी बैटरी तो thank you very much.
नैनो बैटरी कहाँ है सर आपकी?
हैं?
नैनो बैटरी है आपकी?
अरे मेरी बैटरी हमेशा चार्ज, तुम रात 2 बजे भी करोगे मेरी बैटरी चार्ज रहती है.
I know that in person I know. Thank you sir, thank you very much.
You are all welcome, very welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Vice Principal Dr. Naina Shirbhate, Madam, to introduce the speaker of second session, respected Dr. Vivek Nanoti, sir. Please, Madam.
Okay, ma'am. A very good afternoon. I am audible? Roshni ma'am, I am audible? A very good afternoon to respected chairpersons, faculty members. I am Dr. Naina Shirbhate, Vice Principal and Head Department of Botany with the Vikas Arts, Commerce and Science College, Samudrapur. I welcome you all in 1 week online FDF on innovations, teaching, learning and research. It's my pleasure to introduce speaker of this session, respected Dr. Vivek Nanoti, sir. He guides us on topic power of research and innovation. Sir is a director of engineering, LTJSS, Priyadarshini Group of Institution, Nagpur. Sir is a member of Senate RTM Nagpur University from 2017 to 2022. He is also a NAC assessor. Nanoti sir complete his MSc in physics and PhD also. Total teaching experience more than 30 years. Sir is a principal of Priyadarshini Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. He is a professor and dean. Sir got many awards. Some of them are National Best Teacher Award in 2005, Bharat Jyoti Award, Outstanding Academic Leader. Sir published total 140 publications in national and international journals and also published many books. Now he said a partner of many conferences with different associated with different organizations, Indian Science Congress, Indian Society for Technical Education. Sir visited different countries for academic meetings and conferences such as Scotland, England, and many more. Sir completed many minor and major projects of costing more than 50 lakhs. Sir has many achievements. Sir delivered many lectures, more than 3,000 guest lectures. Due to time constraint, I can't explain all. Sorry, sir. Now I request you, sir, please share your experience with us and guide us to this faculty development program. So please.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Naina ma'am. Honorable, very good friend,
Welcome, sir.
Dr. Kish. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, fine. So, thank you, Dr. Naina ma'am, for an introduction. So many good friends, students, colleagues, and after an amazing session, I mean, absolutely full of knowledge, full of experience. You know, the experience of 30 to 40 years getting crystallized into 1 hour session. Tandon sir, salutes to you. And Tandon sir के साथ बाद में मेरे को बोलना है, it's a challenge. But I hope you will understand and you will listen to me. I have few points, to put forth today in this my session of power of innovation and research. There is a tremendous power. A lot of concepts Tandon sir has already launched. Let me acknowledge our presence of my very dear friend, my mentor also. We have carried a long partnership. Dr. Kishore Revatkar sir, I could see Khirani sir, Dr. Varkad sir, who is principal of this institution, Revatkar sir, Naina madam, and I could see many good senior people, many doctorates who are attending this session. Thank you so much for having me and inviting me here. Thanks to administration and management of both the institutions. Thank you. I'll share my presentation now. Just a second. Yes. Is it visible now? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah. Thank you. So, power of innovation and research. Friends, most of us, like in the audience, I could see there are around 100 audience who are listening, we are attending. Let us be into this mode for next 1 hour, hardly 45 minutes. I'll not take more than that. I'll take 45 minutes. But during 45 minutes, I just want to make and put forth my connotation on how you can inculcate research into regular teacher. We are not all PhD guides, right? We are UG teachers, we are PG teachers, but I understand that it is in need of an hour that we really want to inculcate research and innovation. Tremendous importance. International trade, amazing competitive threat into international markets. Borders, China, Pakistan. Tandon sir has touched upon so many issues. So in view of all of these, and now industry has reached to 4th revolution. If industry has reached to 4th revolution, we all teachers, we all researchers need to make our student competent for industry 4.0. I have a small point to put forth. क्योंकि इतना research हमको करना क्यों है? Why can't we go with a traditional knowledge of physics 1, physics 2, chemistry 1, chemistry 2, analytical physics, statistical mechanics, electrodynamics? Fine. These should form the base, but there has to be continuous innovation which should happen. Dear teachers, the first revolution was mechanization. We know mass production aaya fir, and then came automation. Computerization came. We talked about computer-aided machineries, computer-aided design. Puri ki puri car apne aap robo assemble karte the. But that is Industrial Revolution 3. The robots assembling a car, manless industrial floors. If you go to a washing machine industry, if you go to an automobile industry, a tractor company, you can visit in Mahindra & Mahindra, you find that there is one person who is clicking the buttons and the robo arms are, assembling the tires and assembling the wheels and making the engine tune. Everything is being done by robots and then, very less human intervention. Lekin ye bhi industry 3rd revolution hai. This is 3rd revolution. We are now facing, we are creating a human resource. हम ऐसे बच्चे ग्रेजुएट करा रहे, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट करा रहे और पीएचडी करा रहे जिनको इंडस्ट्री के 4th रिवॉल्यूशन में काम आना है. They need to innovate, they need to create, they need to contribute their knowledge, competency and expertise for 4th revolution of industry. And what is 4th revolution of industry? 4th revolution of industry is Internet of Things. It is artificial intelligence, it is big data, cloud computing, 5G. इसका जमाना है. Neural networks, artificial neural networks, Internet of Things, cyber physical systems, robotics, industrial IoTs. I mean, there are numerous front-end, cutting-end technologies combinedly we refer them as Industry 4th revolution. Now, like sir has given example of Steve Jobs, he was for innovation. Apple is for innovation. Normal mobile will cost whatever, 20,000, 10,000, 15,000, 40,000. Apple will cost 1 lakh. Current model Apple 13 Pro Max will cost 1.3 lakhs. Same with MacBook. We have laptops costing from 30 to 40,000, but Apple MacBook will cost still 1.5 lakhs. Why? Because he believed in innovation. He really daily he wants to innovate. Daily he wants to create. Daily he wants to create something which is never existing anywhere. वो फैसिलिटी देना चाह रहा है, वो इनोवेशन देना चाह रहा है, वो विजेट्स, गैजेट्स, परफॉर्मेंस देना चाह रहा है, स्पीड देना चाह रहा है जो किसी दुनिया के मोबाइल में ना हो. Steve Jobs has that vision. Amazing, and that company is still leading. So what is the crust and core? क्या है उसके कोर में? क्या है कोर में? उसके इनोवेशन है. और ये इनोवेशन अपने आप थोड़ी आ जाएगा. यूजी, बीएससी, बीई, बीए, बीकॉम, फाइन. देन एमएससी, एमए, एमटेक, फाइन. उसके बाद भी बच्चा इनोवेशन करने के लिए तैयार कैसे होगा? वो करना पड़ेगा. तो हमारे एजुकेशन में भी हमको चेंज लाना पड़ेगा. एजुकेशन ऑल्सो वॉज फर्स्ट जनरेशन, सेकंड जनरेशन, थर्ड जनरेशन एंड फोर्थ रिवोल्यूशन. व्हाट इज फोर्थ रिवोल्यूशन ऑफ एजुकेशन? व्हाट इज फोर्थ रिवोल्यूशन? पहला तो ये था, बचपन में हमारे था लेक्चर्स एंड मेमोराइजेशन. देन एजुकेशन, नहीं बचपन में वी हैड लेक्चर्स विथ व्हाट? हमने कुछ बड़बड़ करना है, डायस पे जाके टीचर बड़बड़ करते थे, पूरा का पूरा टॉपिक समझा देते थे, समझे ना समझे पूरा बकेट डाउन. एंड टॉपिक like maths, like physics, it used to be taught means told, information shared, and even if student doesn't understand, they will have to memorize it. जिसको रट्टा मारने आता है, जिसको ज्याचं पाठांतर खूप चांगलं आहे, तो व्यक्ती फर्स्ट क्लास फर्स्ट 10वीत पण येणार, 12वीत पण येणार आणि त्याला बेस्ट ऑफ द NITs में एडमिशन भी मिलेगी. ये जमाना था फर्स्ट रिवोल्यूशन ऑफ एजुकेशन. When I did my graduation, when I did my 12th way back 40 years back. So that was the condition. So education second generation was, then internet came into picture, and then it was internet enabled learning. So people started using internet for learning, teaching, PowerPoint presentations we started doing Google, but that is second revolution. Third revolution आया, education should produce knowledge. People said enough of it. किती इन्फॉर्मेशन देणार, काय काय स्टोरीज सांगणार, किती फंडामेंटल लॉस सांगणार, बट नॉलेज येता है की नहीं त्याच्यातून? उसमें नॉलेज है कि नहीं? और नॉलेज प्रोड्यूस करना पड़ता है. नॉलेज बेस्ड लर्निंग, नॉलेज बेस्ड टीचिंग, नॉलेज इंडस्ट्री, नॉलेज वर्कर्स. अगर नॉलेज वाला पूरा सिस्टम लाना है तो 80s में राजीव गांधी वाज प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड ही गॉट सैम पिट्रोडा फ्रॉम शिकागो, स्पेशली मेड हिम द चेयरमैन ऑफ नॉलेज कमीशन. तो नॉलेज कमीशन के चेयरमैन बने सैम पिट्रोडा जी. 5 साल पूरे देश में नॉलेज की वेव चली, तभी उन्होंने टेलीकम्युनिकेशन, और he is called father of telecom and information technology in country. 5 साल 8 साल की टर्म खत्म करके सैम पिट्रोडा went back, but सोच आ गई लोगों के दिमाग में, टीचर्स के, स्टूडेंट के, कि नॉलेज होना चाहिए. बट ये भी तीसरा रिवॉल्यूशन है. दिस ऑल्सो थर्ड रिवॉल्यूशन. वी आर नाउ लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड. वी वांट टू शिफ्ट. वी वांट टू टेक क्वांटम जंप टू व्हाट? We want to take a quantum jump to fourth revolution of education. And what is fourth revolution of education? Fourth revolution of education is education should produce innovation. Education should produce innovation. हमने जो भी पढ़ा है, अगर मैंने 10 चैप्टर पढ़ा है, तो क्या बच्चे के दिमाग में वो कल्पनाएं आ रही है, वो सोच आ रही है जिससे कि 11वां चैप्टर वो खुद लिख सके? मैंने पढ़ाए वाले 10 चैप्टर में से मैं कितनी भी बार एग्जाम ले लूं और उसमें 10 में 10 नंबर भी आ जाए, तो बच्चा इनोवेटर बन नहीं सकता. ये बहुत लेट समझा. 70 साल अंग्रेजों के जाने के बाद भी उनकी एक खराब एजुकेशन सिस्टम को हम फॉलो करते रहे. नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी ने सारी चीजों में बदलाव लाने की डॉक्यूमेंट तो बना लिया है, पॉलिसी तो बना ली है. लेट अस सी कितना हम पॉलिसी चेंज कर पाएंगे. बट पॉइंट आई वांट टू पुट अक्रॉस इज आवर एजुकेशन शुड प्रोड्यूस नॉलेज एंड इट शुड ऑल्सो प्रोड्यूस इनोवेटर्स. बच्चा ग्रेजुएट नहीं करना है मेरे को, बच्चा मात्र पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट नहीं करना है, बच्चा मात्र PhD डिग्री होल्डर नहीं करना है. मेरे को उसको इनोवेटर बनाना है. मेरे को उसको एक इनहेरेंट रिसर्च करने की भावना और स्किल और कॉम्पिटेंसी उसके अंदर उतारनी है. वो मेरा मकसद होना चाहिए. मेरे शिक्षक होने के नाते मेरा एक निर्धारित गंतव्य की ओर चलते हुए मेरे विद्यार्थियों को मुझे वहां तक पहुंचाना है, मुझे इनोवेटर बनाना है यार। मेरे को ऐसी थोड़ी हजारों अनएम्प्लॉयड, सर ने बताया अभी, हजारों अनएम्प्लॉयड पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट, पीएचडी ग्रेजुएट पड़े हुए, तो वो क्या फायदा? क्योंकि उनमें अपडेशन नहीं है, क्योंकि उनको इनोवेशन नहीं है, क्योंकि उनको जमाने के साथ कैसे सीखना चाहिए, चलना चाहिए। वी आर नॉट टीचिंग हाउ टू लर्न, वी आर नॉट टीचिंग हाउ टू कीप अप the pace with the technologies. We are not teaching our students to remain updated, upgraded, and keep asking questions. Sir ne bhi point out kiya tha. I always said we have to raise the curiosity component of our students in a way, अरे मैं कितने पढ़ाऊंगा और कितने घंटे पढ़ाऊंगा. What I feel is मैंने इतना अच्छे से पढ़ाना चाहिए कि उसकी जिज्ञासा, उसमें जो क्यूरियोसिटी कंपोनेंट है, the inquisitiveness of the student should get raised. Immediately after you leave the class, he will Google, क्या सर ने क्या बढ़िया पढ़ाया, मैडम ने क्या सही पढ़ाया यार, आज इसमें तो और गूगल करके देख लेता हूं, खत्म. फिर आप 6 यूनिट में से बस 3.5-4 यूनिट भी पढ़ा दीजिए, बच्चा इनोवेटर बन के रहेगा, बच्चा नाम करेगा आपका कॉलेज का, स्कूल का, पेरेंट्स का और टीचर का, क्योंकि आपने उसको सीखना सिखाया है. हाउ टू लर्न, वी हैव टू टीच लर्निंग. उनको सीखते ही नहीं आ रहा है, उनको आप जो पढ़ा रहे हैं उसको रट्टा मारना आता है, आपने जो पढ़ा है उसी को रिप्रोड्यूस करते आता है पेपर्स में. दैट इज नॉट एजुकेशन, एंड दैट इज नॉट एटलीस्ट एजुकेशन इनटू फोर्थ रिवोल्यूशन. फोर्थ रिवोल्यूशन का एजुकेशन बहुत अलग है. एजुकेशन शुड प्रोड्यूस इनोवेशन. इनोवेशन इज द मंत्रा. डिस्कवरी, इन्वेंशन, इनोवेशन, सर ने भी डिफरेंस बताया, बहुत फर्क है. वो हजारों रिसर्च पेपर की तादाद खड़ी हो गई है. इंडिया अपना जुगाड़ जैसा है वैसा अपन बहुत एक्सपर्ट है कोई भी चीज को डायल्यूट करने में. I remember international conference which I attended in 1991 at BARC. It was such a prestigious thing. 1991, I attended my first international conference at Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, and I was amazed. I feel so elated that come on, people from almost every country was attending, presenting, discussing, brainstorming on the topic solid state physics. That was the international conference. And now that we see, there are international conferences wherein not even 2 international papers or speakers are there. So dear teachers, हम लोगों को डाइल्यूट नहीं करना है, हमको हमारे शिक्षक होने का एक बहुत ही अहम उत्तरदायित्व करना है. अब इनोवेशन यानी क्या है? कोई भी नई चीज या इन सभी नई चीजों का एकमात्र सॉल्यूशन, न्यू आइडिया, न्यू डिवाइस, न्यू मेथड, न्यू प्रोसेस, न्यू प्रोसीजर, न्यू मेथोडोलॉजी, ये सब का एक मार्ग है, ये सबकी एक ओवरऑल प्रोसेस है, उसको हम बोलेंगे इनोवेशन. कुछ भी नया, मैं वही बोला, मैंने 10 चॅप्टर पढ़ा दिए हैं, तो क्या उसको 11वां चॅप्टर त्याला स्वतःला सुचतोय का? क्या उसके जहन में वो सोच आ रही है कि यार सर आपने यहाँ तक ही पढ़ा है, शायद इसके आगे ये हो सकता है. दैट इज वेयर वी कॉल इट इनोवेशन. जो आपने नहीं पढ़ा. नया क्या होता है? व्हाट इज न्यू? न्यू इज विच ही हैज नॉट सीन, विच ही हैज नॉट टॉट, which you have not told him, but he is, उसको आइडिया का मतलब क्या है यार? आइडिया आ रही मतलब जो आपको नहीं आई, जो उसके आजू बाजू वालों को नहीं आई है, जो इंडिया में किसी को नहीं आई, वो मेरे को आइडिया जनरेट हुई है. that thought took shape and I call it as an idea. अब ये आइडिया आती कैसे है? ये भी बहुत प्रश्न. मैं बहुत बच्चों को पूछता हूँ, सर मेरे को कोई आइडिया नहीं आती. क्लास में 2 बच्चे बोलते सर मेरे को ये आइडिया है, मेरे को ये प्रोजेक्ट करना है, वो करना है. इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में तो राउंड द ईयर चलता है, एंड देन देयर आर 80% स्टूडेंट्स हु विल से, और इवन टीचर्स भी, मैं भी 31 साल से टीचर हूँ, बट टीचर को भी पूछो यार कोई नया प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ यार, कोई नई आइडिया लाओ. मेरे को तो नई आइडिया आती नहीं है. अरे नई आइडिया अपने आप नहीं आती ना, तो उसका भी एक मेथड है, डिजाइन थिंकिंग, मैं उस पर बात करूंगा. बट न्यूनेस इज द मंत्रा. एंड हाउ टू नर्चर दिस इनोवेशन? देखो इनोवेशन करने के लिए ना मन की जरूरत है. दिल, दिमाग, माइंड, बॉडी और सोल तीनों एक साथ जहां काम करते हैं ना, वहां इनोवेशन हो जाता है. सर ने जैसे जुगाड़ वर्ड यूज किया, जुगाड़ भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. कई बच्चों ने जुगाड़ करने के बाद उसका इंटरनेशनल पेटेंट अवेलेबल है, नेशनल पेटेंट है जिसकी लाखों में कॉस्ट है. सोच उस तरह की निर्माण करना, ये हमारे शिक्षकों का प्रथम कर्तव्य है. मेरे को, मेरे शिक्षक हूं तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ यार, मेरे को उनके साथ वो सोच के साथ उनको वो ऐसा कुछ सीड डालना है दिमाग में जो बढ़ता चले जाए और एक आइडिया के अंतर्गत कन्वर्ट हो जाए. दैट इज वेयर आई अंडरस्टैंड आई हैव टू नर्चर इनोवेशन. अब इसको करना कैसे है? अब इनोवेशन करना कैसे है? तो जहां पे उसके दिल पे, इट इज नॉट ब्रेन्स, It is your mind, it is your soul, it is your thought process, it is your thinking, it is your perspective. ये सब में बदलाव लाना पड़ता है। बाप रे, इसका तो सब्जेक्ट ही नहीं है। हम फिजिक्स पढ़ाते, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाते, मैथ्स पढ़ाते, बॉटनी पढ़ाते, जूलॉजी पढ़ाते, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, कंप्यूटर में बदलाव लाने का, चेंज, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, क्रिएटिविटी, इनोवेटिव माइंडसेट, इसका तो कोई क्लास ही नहीं है। तो इसको पढ़ाया कैसी जाए? व्हाट इज इनोवेशन इन टीचिंग? यार वो तो मेरे को वो सिखाना है, मेरे को उसको सीखना सिखाना है, कैसे नई चीजें सीखी जाए और उसमें से कैसे नई आइडियाज ऊपर आए, मेरे को ये सिखाना है। और ये सिखाते सिखाते अगर मेरा 1-2 यूनिट सिलेबस का ना भी पढ़ाया जाए तो परवाह नहीं है, क्योंकि बंदा, द स्टूडेंट हैज स्टार्टेड लविंग दिस सब्जेक्ट, द स्टूडेंट हैज स्टार्टेड टेकिंग इंटरेस्ट इन द सब्जेक्ट। स्टूडेंट के अंतर्गत वो जिज्ञासा, उसको जिज्ञासा महसूस हो रही है, उसको जिज्ञासा का निर्माण हो रहा है। अब वो हो रहा है ना, तो आपकी जवाबदारी खत्म है। अब बंदा खुद स्ट्रांग है, सब 18 साल से ऊपर है, एडल्ट है, बहुत अच्छा पढ़ सकते हैं, अपने मन से पढ़ सकते हैं। हमको सेल्फ लर्निंग और लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग उनके जीवन में डालना है, वही उसको इनोवेशन कर सकते। इनोवेशन में पढ़ाऊंगा थोड़ी, ये रिसर्च कर, ये मैं पढ़ाऊंगा कि उसको मैं नहीं पढ़ा सकता। मैं उसको खुद कैसे पढ़ना है ये पढ़ा सकता हूँ। तो उसको कैसे करना है, तो सेंसिटाइज करना है, त्याला भावना असल्या पाहिजे। पढ़ते वक्त उसको एक भावना निर्माण हो जाए, यार इसमें कुछ काम करना चाहिए। अरे बाप रे, कितना पोल्यूशन है, मेरे घर में 3 लोगों को आप, यानी वो बच्चे को वो आप जता दीजिए, देखो आपके गली में 4 टीबी के पेशेंट हैं, आपके गली में कितनी बीमारियां फैल रही, जस्ट बिकॉज देयर इज नो क्लीनलीनेस। आपके शहर में इतना वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट का गंदा इशू है, वेस्ट क्लीन नहीं हो रहा है, उसके कारण बीमारी हो रही। कल को तेरे माँ बाप भाई बहन उनको सांस की बीमारियां हो जाएंगी। ये झंझोड़ दिया ना उसको, तो फिर वो सोचने लग जाएंगे, यार कुछ तो करना है। Me as a responsible citizen of this country, of this state, of this city, of this college, मुझे कुछ करना है यार। बस ये भावना उसके अंतर्गत लाना है, भावना के अंतर्गत ही आदमी काम कर सकता है। सोच निर्माण होती है, एक ताकत के साथ आदमी भिड़ना शुरू कर देता है। बस वहीं पे हमारा गेम है, वही चीज करना है। अब इंडिया में रिसर्च बहुत होता है, मतलब देखो अमेजिंग रिसर्च। अगर आप टॉप रिसर्च या इनोवेशन कहाँ होते हैं अगर बोला, तो लेवल 1 में टॉप लेवल पे कौन करता है? साइंटिस्ट, इंजीनियर्स, प्रोफेशनल्स who are really highly educated. They are passed out of IITs, they are from Harvard, and they are from very big research institution. Genuine research हो रहा है जहाँ पे, genuine research हो रहा है, जिसमें इसरो, DRDO, ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बात कर रहा हूँ, भाभा एटॉमिक रिसर्च सेंटर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एटॉमिक एनर्जी, सेंटर फॉर एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी, ये वाला जो सारा चीज है, ये टॉप क्वालिटी का रिसर्च इंडिया में करता है, मान्य है, नंबर 1 रिसर्च करते हो। आप जाइए कल IG कार कल्पा में जाइए, कैट इंदौर जाइए, भाभा एटॉमिक रिसर्च चाहिए, टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फंडामेंटल रिसर्च TIFR, टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंसेज जाइए, ये सारे जो है ना, ये टॉप रिसर्च करते, इनोवेशन यही होता है, अग्रीड। बट हम और आप और हमारे बच्चे, हमारे स्टूडेंट इसका हिस्सा तो है ही नहीं ना। हम आज भी ये जो क्रीम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, DRDO, DRDL, इसरो, हम इसमें काम कर रहे हैं क्या? नहीं। क्या हमारे बच्चे आज उसमें जाने की वो रखते हैं क्या? पता नहीं। क्या हमारे पार्टनर्स वहां है? पता नहीं। तो मैं वहां नहीं हूं ना, ठीक है फाइन। फिर सेकंड कैटेगरी पर मेरे को रिसर्च करना है, मेरे को इनोवेशन करना है, तो मेरे को सेकंड चीज क्या आ रही है? सेकंड नंबर का रिसर्च कहाँ देखा गया है? किड्स। सेकंड नंबर का रिसर्च देखा गया है किड्स, बिकॉज दे स्टिल बिलीव इन मिरेकल्स, दे स्टिल बिलीव इन मैजिक, आउट ऑफ अम्यूजमेंट, आउट ऑफ इमेजिनेशन। देखो आपको कुछ बोलेंगे, ऐसा इमेजिन करो कि आप उड़ रहे हो, अरे ऐसा होता ही नहीं, उड़ ही नहीं सकते। वही एक छोटे बच्चे को बोल दो, 5वीं के बच्चे को, तीसरी के बच्चे को, विश्वास कर लेंगे अच्छा होता होगा कुछ, तो भी सोचना पड़ेगा, इंडिया में नहीं होगा, अमेरिका में रहता होगा, उड़ते होंगे लोग। ये सोच, ये मिरेकल और मैजिक में बिलीफ रखने की जो प्यूरिटी ऑफ हार्ट रहती है ना, ये साइकोलॉजी जो है, इसी को पकड़ना है। उसको देखो, जो चीज है ही नहीं वो उनसे करवानी है ना। अगर मैं आपको बोलूं खड़े हो जाओ और चलना शुरू करो, तो आप करोगे, क्योंकि आपका प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस बता रहा है कि आप ऐसे कई बार उठ के खड़े हुए और चलना शुरू हो गए। वो एक्सपीरियंस के कारण आपको क्या लग रहा है? हाँ यस सर, मैं बोले स्टैंड अप, आप खड़े हो जाओगे, एंड स्टार्ट वॉकिंग, एंड यू विल स्टार्ट वॉकिंग, बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ योर एबिलिटी ऑफ स्टैंडिंग एंड वॉकिंग, it is because of your previous memories and experiences and expertise which you have connected on the orders given, and then you realize that उठ के खड़ा होना है, चलना है, तो मेरा रोज का है, and then I'll say suddenly go fly up in the sky, जाओ उड़ो। तो पागल है, उड़ ही नहीं सकता। कभी उड़ा नहीं, क्योंकि आपने अपने बैक ऑफ माइंड की मेमोरी में चेक किया है कि इसके पहले मैं कभी उड़ा हूं क्या, पंख लगा के जैसे पंछी उड़ रहे, मैं नहीं उड़ा हूं। तो मेरा प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस से मैं बोल देता हूं कि मैं उड़ा नहीं। यार ये सही नहीं है ना। ऐसी हजारों चीजें थी, अभी टंडन सर की स्लाइड्स ही दिखाई थी। हमको 2000 में लगता नहीं था कंप्यूटर रहेगा, बाद में लगता नहीं था कि ऐसा मैं 1 मिनट में हे सिरी प्लीज प्ले मी अ गुड म्यूजिक, एंड दिस फोन plays a music which I want. Hey Siri, call to this. Sorry, I have disabled Siri. Otherwise वो शुरू कर देंगे काम. So point is, ये robotic concept, ये AI, ये डेटा साइंस, ये आ जाएगा। ये हमको आज से तो 5 साल पहले भी नहीं लगता था, और आज आ रहा है। तो ये सोचना गलत है कि पिछली सोच में अगर नहीं है, आज तक हुआ नहीं तो हो नहीं सकता। ये वाली सोच इस जिंदगी में इनोवेशन से आपको दूर रखेगी। ये हुआ नहीं ना आज तक, तो नहीं हो सकता। ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं। स्टार्ट बिलीविंग इन एनीथिंग एंड देन दैट माइंडसेट इज टू बी इनकलकेटेड। इसलिए मैं बोलता हूं बच्चे नंबर 2 का रिसर्च करते हैं, नंबर 3 ग्रास रूट, ये नीड बेस होता है। मैकेनिक, एजुकेशनिस्ट, मैकेनिक, ITI के वाले लोग, पॉलिटेक्निक के लोग, फार्मर्स, ये पंप मैकेनिक, कुक्स, अमेजिंग ग्रास रूट इनोवेशंस करते हैं वो, क्योंकि उनको गरज है। उनका खेत पे पंप बंद हो गया। मैं मेरी खुद की खेती पे जाता हूँ, यहाँ 100 किलोमीटर नागपुर से। मैं वहां जब जाता हूँ तो मेरे खेत का आदमी जो चौथी फेल है, वो बोलता साहब ये सगळं पंपाला ऐसा प्रॉब्लम था, मैंने इसका परफॉर्मेंस बढ़ा दिया। ये टीन का पत्रा यहाँ से जो जुगाड़ बोल रहे हैं, इंडिया जैसा जुगाड़ कहीं नहीं है, पर उसने लगा दिया है और उसका रिसर्च हो चुका है, उसने परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूव कर दिया है, उसका इनोवेशन रजिस्टर हो चुका है। तो मेरे को तो ये समझना पड़ेगा ना कि मेरे में क्या ऐसा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है कि मैं ये नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ। और 4th लेवल पे है फॉर्मली परस्यूइंग रिसर्च एंड डॉक्टरेट। चौथे लोग कौन है जो रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, वो है फॉर्मली परस्यूइंग रिसर्च एंड डॉक्टरेट। पर इसमें आउटस्टैंडिंग यूरेका वाला रिसर्च होना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, क्योंकि फोकस है डिग्री, फोकस रिसर्च नहीं है, फोकस आउटकम नहीं है, फोकस आउटपुट नहीं है, फोकस डिग्री है, फोकस फिक्स माइंडसेट है, फोकस गाइड है, फोकस यूनिवर्सिटी है, फोकस बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज है, फोकस RRC कब लगती, RAC कब लगती, गाइड कैसा मिलता है, कॉलेज में फैसिलिटी है कि नहीं, फी ज्यादा है कम है, 50 ऐसे कंस्टेंट ये चौथी कैटेगरी में है कि हमारा ध्यान मेन रिसर्च से हटने के पूरे चांसेस है। होते बहुत अच्छे रिसर्च हो रहे, PhD भी हो रहे, बहुत अच्छे हो रहे, लेकिन बात यहाँ है कि यहाँ फोकस रिसर्च पे नहीं होता है, फोकस यहाँ पे डिग्री पे है। यार 3 साल हो गए, ये 6 मंथली सेमिनार रहेगा, ये भाई 2.5 साल में ये पढ़ना पड़ेगा, 2 पेपर करना पड़ता, हर 1 साल पेपर करना पड़ता, 2 साल में एक ऐसा करना, एक SCI पेपर लगेगा, एक UGC। अरे रे, इतने सारे कंस्टेंट में आदमी बेसिक रिसर्च जो करने की सोचा है वो गायब हो जाता है, वो गायब हो नहीं सकता। तो ये चौथी कैटेगरी में मैं रखा हूं इसको। नंबर 1 तो DRDO, इसरो वगैरह, वो तो अमेजिंग काम कर रहे। अपना इसरो नासा से ऊपर काम कर रहा है, कई टेक्नोलॉजीज, कई इसमें नासा से ऊपर काम कर लिया, वो कर लिया उसने, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं। लेकिन तो वो वाली कैटेगरी टॉप है। बच्चों के इसमें मैं थोड़े 1-2 एग्जांपल दे देता हूँ हमारे। तो इसमें सोच को चेंज करने वाली को मैं ज्यादा तवज्जो दे रहा हूँ बार बार, वो इसलिए आपने ये देखा होगा लेफ्ट ब्रेन और राइट ब्रेन। लेफ्ट ब्रेन जिनका रहता ना, वो 2+2 4 बोलते हैं। लेफ्ट ब्रेन जिनका स्ट्रांग है, वो क्या रहता है, थिंकिंग इन वर्ड्स। आप जो वर्ड्स लिखोगे उस लाइन का मतलब वो वर्ड्स के साथ ही लेते। और जो राइट ब्रेन जिनका स्ट्रांग रहता है ना, वो they read between the lines, they read between the words, they have imagination, they have intuition, they have rhythm। वो सिंगर रहते हैं, वो आर्टिस्ट रहते हैं, वो इनोवेटर्स रहते हैं, वो आर्किटेक्ट रहते हैं, वो डिजाइन इंजीनियर्स रहते, वो होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट की सोचते, वो आर्ट फॉर्म्स की सोचते। ये राइट ब्रेन वाले हैं, राइट ब्रेन। और लेफ्ट वाले कौन होते हैं, लॉजिक। प्रूफ बता तो मानता, नहीं तो मैं नहीं मानता। मैथमेटिक्स वाले हो, फैक्ट वाले, लॉजिक वाले, पहले प्रूफ दिखा, पहले मेरे को 2+2 4 दिखा, मैं कैलकुलेटर में डाल के, कंप्यूटर में डाल के चेक करूंगा, तभी आपको हाउ बोलूंगा। ये वाली जो कैटेगरी है, ये होती है लेफ्ट ब्रेन। और एक राइट ब्रेन कौन होता है, इमेजिनेशन। यू नो, दे कैन विजुअलाइज, दे हैव इंट्यूशंस, इंट्यूशन होते राइट, सो दे हैव इंट्यूशंस, दे हैव होलिस्टिक थिंकिंग, दे हैव आर्ट्स एंड अदर फॉर्म्स, दे हैव वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ओरिएंटेशन। और ऐसे बच्चे इनोवेशन बहुत स्ट्रांगली कर सकते हैं। ऐसे बच्चे इनोवेशन बहुत ही स्ट्रांगली कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि इनको आइडियाज है, इनकी सोच जो दिखता नहीं वो भी वो देख सकते हैं, जो लिखा नहीं उसके बीच का मीनिंग वो समझ सकते। यू नो द पॉइंट इज, अनलेस यू बिलीव इन न्यूनेस, अनलेस यू बिलीव, जो तुमने कभी देखा नहीं है उसमें अगर आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे तो आपका इनोवेशन कभी नहीं हो सकता. सो लेफ्ट ब्रेन वाले को थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है. राइट ब्रेन, लेफ्ट ब्रेन वाला 5 + 5 10 एंड राइट ब्रेन वाला 5 + 5 500. सोच सकता है यार, 5 लोग और 5 लोग मिलके अगर उनके स्वभाव अच्छे रह गए, उनका अगर मन परिवर्तन हो गया और वो करेंगे तो वो 500 लोगों का काम कर सकते हैं. उसकी सोच ही अलग है. यहाँ क्या बोलते हैं, 5 और 5 10, 5 आदमी जितना काम करते उतना ही काम और करना है तो और 5 आदमी लगा दो, 10 आदमी को लगाओ, टाइट करो, फैक्ट देखो, दिन भर पर घंटे का रिकॉर्ड रखो, 10 आदमी का काम 10 आदमी करेंगे. नहीं. और राइट ब्रेन वाला आदमी सोचता है कि 5 लोगों को ट्रेनिंग दिया जाए, उनको मन को झिझोड़ा जाए, उनसे दोस्ती की जाए, उनको सब्जेक्ट से प्यार करवा दिया जाए, तो 5 और 5 लोग मिलके 22 लोगों का काम कर सकते हैं. 5 और 5 मिलके 40 लोगों का काम कर सकते हैं. ये सोच रखने वाले लोग होते हैं राइट ब्रेन वाले. होलिस्टिक थिंकिंग है, होलिस्टिक थिंकिंग है, रिदम है उनकी, उनकी सोच में रिदम होता है, म्यूजिक होता है उनकी सोच में, उनकी इमेजिनेशन होता है, विजुअलाइजेशन कमाल का करते हैं. जो चीज कभी नहीं देखी, ताजमहल, कुतुब मीनार, ये किसी ने विजुअलाइज कर दिया था ड्राइंग पे, पेपर पे, चमत्कार. एफएल टावर पेपर पे चमत्कार कर दिया. ये लोग रहते हैं राइट ब्रेन वाले. कैलकुलेशन तो कोई भी करके दे देगा, कंप्यूटर में फीड कर दो, कैड रिपोर्ट बना देगा, लेकिन जो सोच है कि मैं ऐसा कुछ कर सकूं, बुर्ज खलीफा, वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट बिल्डिंग, इसके लिए राइट ब्रेन वाले लोग लगते हैं. क्योंकि जो कभी किसी ने देखा ही नहीं वो चीज निर्माण करने की सोच रखना, इसको बोलते राइट ब्रेन, उसको बोलते इनोवेशन. तो हमको ऐसे बच्चों को ध्यान रखना है, ऐसी भावनाएं, ऐसा ट्रेनिंग उनको देना है. Point I want to put across is, if you agree, you can use chat. I think people are not using chat. I just I'm writing hi. Write down whatever I'm saying. If you have any opinion, please write down into the chat box. Let us use chat box. All I'm requesting all of you. I could see 90+ people still attending. Please see to it that you just write down if you feel like what I'm saying. Do you want to say something on that? Or just write down your favorite subject. I just want all of you so that we can collaborate, we can network. बहुत से नाम तो मेरे पहचान के पर बहुत से नहीं है. IQAC, yes, you have written physics, good. Please write down your favorite subject into it. सब्जेक्ट फिजिक्स होना जरूरी नहीं है. सब्जेक्ट आपका एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स भी रह सकता है, सब्जेक्ट आपका न्यूरल नेटवर्क रह सकता है, सब्जेक्ट आपका ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री रह सकता है. व्हाटएवर, जस्ट राइट डाउन सो दैट वी विल नो ईच अदर एंड वी विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट यस, अरे ये वाला मेरे आदमी मेरे काम का है. सो प्लीज राइट डाउन चैट. I am writing my specializations also. I am working currently on green economy. Amazing field. Green economy is the country which is badly in need of economy to be. Yes. So yeah, Himani says plasma physics. Worker sir says sociology. Thank you so much, sir, for responding. Lukesh sir is on orthotics. Yes, great. Naina madam, botany. Avinash sir, Marathi, Hindi, social work. Yes. Fantastic. Keep writing. I'm feeling good now. Motivated lag raha hai. Rachana ma'am is from management. Please write your favorite subject so that at least we will know each other during my lecture itself and we can collaborate and network on something. Dr. Sunita madam is from Marathi. Keep posting your favorite subject. We will discuss on this. Darshana ma'am, botany. So thank you so much. Thank you. Keep posting on the chat so that I'll feel motivated that yes, we are talking on that. And please post your comments. Please post what you really feel like. इस पे कुछ आपका बोलना है तो आप वो भी लिख सकते हो. Now, a small story. Shalini Kumar. Shalini Kumar is a small girl. Shalini Kumar is a small girl. ये right brain वाला जो concept बताया ना, Shalini Kumar के एक best friend थे दादाजी उसके. कौन best friend थे? दादाजी. Her दादाजी was her best friend because 10 से 5 Shalini was a girl. Shalini is a girl rather. अभी भी वो first year में ही है. 3 साल पुरानी बात बता रहा हूँ. Shalini was in 8th standard from a very small village near Bangalore and from a very poor family. छोटा सा 2 रूम का घर था और उसके टेरेस पे उसका गार्डन था. 10 से 5 स्कूल से आने के बाद 5 बजे वो टेरेस पे जाती थी और टेरेस पे गार्डन बनाया था उसने और उसके दादाजी ने, और दोनों मिलके वहां पे गार्डनिंग करते थे 1-2 घंटा और बहुत मजा आता था. अनफॉर्चुनेटली एक दिन दादाजी मेट विथ एन एक्सीडेंट एंड ही गॉट फ्रैक्चर्स इन बोथ द लेग्स और दादाजी बिकेम बेडरिडन. अब शालिनी 8वीं की बच्ची बहुत नाराज हो गई, बहुत मायूस हो गई, बहुत तकलीफ में आ गई कि अरे मेरा सबसे अच्छा दोस्त बेड पे है, और सब उसमें भी तकलीफ क्या हो रही है कि हमारा छोटा सा जो गार्डन है, घर में आंगन तो नहीं है, छोटा सा गार्डन टेरेस पे है, वहां मैं नहीं जा सकती क्योंकि ये चढ़ ही नहीं सकती, ये तो चल भी नहीं सकती। मैं इनको कैसे ऊपर ले जाऊं, क्योंकि मेरा दादाजी के साथ संबंध तो गार्डन के कारण है, और वो मेरे 24 घंटों का 2 घंटा सबसे बेहतरीन घंटे हैं जब मैं गार्डन में मेरे दादाजी के साथ रहती हूँ। दादाजी वॉज माई बेस्ट फ्रेंड। अब ये बेड पे आ गए, धीरे धीरे ऑफकोर्स उनके ऑपरेशन हुए, डॉक्टर के यहाँ ले गए होंगे, सब ऑपरेशन हो गया, वॉकर पे चलने लग गए दादाजी। फिर भी शालिनी उदास, शालिनी फिर भी उदास, क्योंकि वॉकर पे वो रास्ते पे भी जाके आए लेकिन स्टेयरकेस चढ़ नहीं पा रहे थे। What was the issue? Shalini's Dadaji, her grandpa, was using walker throughout. He was walking on the roads, but he cannot climb the staircase. And she was still sad. वो देखते रहती थी दादाजी को दिन भर दादाजी को देखती रहती थी। अब चढ़ गए, वहां तक जाते थे स्टेयरकेस तक और पलट जाते थे। क्यों? क्योंकि वॉकर से स्टेयरकेस चढ़ते नहीं आता, और वो वॉकर को देखते रहती थी और उनके पैरों को देखती रहती थी और वो स्टेयरकेस को देखती रहती थी। देखो भावना, ये जो पता है ना, राइट ब्रेन शालिनी का ऐसे काम करने लग गया। 8वीं की बच्ची, कोई इंजीनियर नहीं थी, कोई डिजाइन इंजीनियर नहीं थी। उसने सोचा यार ये जो यहाँ जाके दादाजी फंस जाते हैं, अगर इसके सामने के 2 पैर फोल्ड हो जाए, अंदर चले जाए, तो दादाजी एक स्टेप ऊपर चढ़ सकते हैं। मतलब फोल्डेबल लेग्स अगर उस वॉकर को बनाया जाए और फिर वो अपने आप पीछे वाला खुल जाए ताकि उसमें स्प्रिंग एक्शन लग जाए। ये सोच, ये आइडिया वो बच्ची के दिल में आई, क्योंकि वो दिल में आई, दिमाग में बाद में आई, सिर्फ दिल में आई। उसको सोचा उसने कि अरे ये बन गया ना, फोल्डेबल वॉकर बन गया, तो दादाजी कैन क्लाइंब स्टेयरकेस एंड एंजॉय गार्डनिंग विथ मी। देखो यहाँ लगा रहता है ना जो चीज, उस पर जरूर अमल करना चाहिए। जो दिल सोचता है, जो दिल में लगता है, जो दिल को लगता है, उस पर जरूर अमल करना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो बहुत जरूरी होता है। वो बहुत सक्सेस की तरफ लेके जाने वाली चीज होती है। तो क्या किया उसने, दौड़ी स्कूल में टीचर को बोली देखो मेरे को फोल्डेबल वॉकर बनाना है मेरे दादाजी के लिए। बोले गुड आइडिया। सी टीचर भी बहुत अच्छी थी, टीचर ने भगा नहीं दिया 8वीं की बच्ची तेरे को क्या समझता निकल जाए, नो। उन्होंने बोला बेटा गुड आइडिया, कैसे बनाएंगे। उसने तुरंत ड्राइंग शीट लाया, देखो इसमें स्प्रिंग लगाएंगे, स्टेयरकेस की जो हाइट है उसमें वो घुस जाएगा, ये पैर सामने कैसे ऊपर फोल्ड हो जाएंगे, फिर अंदर जाएंगे, फिर पीछे के टायर, स्टोरी चालू हुई। वैसे की वैसी स्टोरी शालिनी ने लिख डाली, और उसके बाजू में एक सीनियर लड़का था इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज का, और ये उसकी टीचर, स्कूल की 8वीं की टीचर। उन्होंने बोला बेटे तेरी आइडिया में दम है, इस पे पेटेंट हो सकता है, इसको नेशनल इनोवेशन फाउंडेशन की वेबसाइट पे अपलोड कर दे। अगर आपने भी देखी नहीं होगी एनआईएफ फाउंडेशन की वेबसाइट, तो जरूर चेक करिए। और उस पे शालिनी कुमार ने उसको अपलोड कर दिया, हाथ से लिख के नोट अपलोड कर दिए, एक छोटा सा ड्राइंग बना दिया, मतलब स्केच क्या बनाता है वो स्केच बना के भेज दिया। यू विल नॉट बिलीव, इट वॉज सच एन अमेजिंग आइडिया दैट शी गॉट India's most prestigious Ignite Award for the innovation। प्रेसिडेंट के हाथ से अवार्ड मिला, सिर्फ अवार्ड, 2 लाख रुपए कैश प्राइज, दिल्ली जाके प्राइज, और आइडिया के लिए, पेटेंट के लिए, प्रोसीजर में काम में आ गया। और 2 IIT के प्रोफेसर उसके साथ ज्वाइन कर दिए गए, जिन्होंने उसका फाइनली डिजाइन बनाया, प्रोटोटाइप बने, 4 टाइप के प्रोटोटाइप बने, फाइनल पेटेंट बन गया और प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में आ गया। पहले ही दिन जिस दिन लॉन्च हुआ 10,000 फोल्डेबल वॉकर्स बुक हो गए, और शालिनी उसकी रॉयल्टी कमा रही है, 8वीं कक्षा की बच्ची। इसको बोलते इनोवेशन। आज वो प्रोडक्ट IIT के प्रोफेसर्स ने बनाया, लेकिन क्रेडिट किसका है? क्रेडिट शालिनी का है, जो 8वीं क्लास की बच्ची। ये स्टोरी मैंने बताई, ये 2017 की है, 2017, एंड नाउ शी इज इन ग्रोन अप गर्ल। अमेजिंग होता है अगर आप उनके सोच को बढ़ावा दे, यू हैव टू नर्चर उसको नर्चर करे, उसको ग्रो कराए, उसकी सोच को हंसे नहीं, उसको कुछ भी इमेजिनेटिव लग रहा है ना, वो करिए। सो दिस इज वेयर आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट टुडे इफ यू सी नेशनल इनोवेशन फाउंडेशन हैज सच 3,10,000 आउटस्टैंडिंग आइडियाज एंड इनोवेशंस अवेलेबल। जरूर विजिट करिए, बच्चों को दिखाइए, जबरदस्ती इसमें से प्रोजेक्ट कराइए। मैं मेरे बच्चों को प्रोजेक्ट कराता हूँ, NIF से मेरे को बेस्ट तेरे को जो लगते ऐसे 15 इनोवेशंस लेके आ जा। बच्चा ढूंढता है वेबसाइट पे, 2 दिन उसको टाइम दीजिए, अगले संडे मंगाइए, लेकिन वो इनोवेशन खुद देखे, खुद गूगल करे, एंड देन यू विल इमेजिन। यार वो बच्चे की जो प्रोसेस है ना, उसमें खुद को लगने लग जाएगा कि मैं भी कुछ करूं। दिस इज व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। ये नागपुर के पास में एक भंडारा पवन पब्लिक स्कूल करके पवनी में, वहां के बच्चे भी टॉप 10 इनोवेशंस में आए हैं। पवन पब्लिक स्कूल के छोटा सा वुड कटिंग मशीन उसके पेरेंट्स बनाते थे, उसने डिजाइन चीज कर डाला, 7वीं कक्षा के बच्चे। तो ये चमत्कार हो सकता है। दीज आर फ्यू इनोवेशंस आई एंड प्लीज डोंट अंडर एस्टिमेट ये रिसर्च, ये इनोवेशन, दिस गिव्स यू लॉट ऑफ रिकॉग्निशन। You get to get upgrade qualification, name, fame, opportunities to visit foreign universities, chance to innovate, create, discover and innovate. You can change the world. You can make this place a better place. Immense satisfaction, chance to oblige many for their career. रिसर्च से दूर मत हटिए. अगर आपने पीएचडी किया है तो गाइड करिए. गाइड कर रहे हो तो बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम करिए. प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हो तो कोलैबोरेटिव वेंचर्स में काम करिए. कोलैबोरेटिव वेंचर्स में भी काम कर रहे हो तो उसमें और लोगों के साथ जुड़िए. Manish Mate sir from physics, Shilpa madam dark energy, great madam, great topic. Mohammad Razak botany, Rahul Pawar sir botany, Kherani sir personal development. अरे सर आप हमारे फील्ड में आगे हो. So Kherani sir is in personal development. Nano hexafarad, Gavli sir, yes. Darshana madam, botany, great. Keep posting your specialization so that we can think on working together. So there are a lot of benefits. अब इसको करना कैसे है? बच्चों को एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग देके ही रिसर्च हो सकता है. वी आर यूजी पीजी टीचर्स मेनली एंड इवन इन पीएचडी. बिसाइड्स योर टिपिकल क्लासरूम टीचिंग एंड लेबोरेटरी, प्लीज यूज दीज थिंग्स. फील्ड ट्रिप्स, साइट विजिट्स, डिस्कशंस, केस स्टडीज, रिसर्च, कंसल्टेंसी, टीम डिजाइन असाइनमेंट्स. कुछ तो अलग करेंगे तो बच्चों को मन बनेगा. अगर रूटीन क्लासरूम टीचिंग रहेगा तो उनको मजा नहीं आएगा. सो ट्राई टू गिव डिजाइन थिंकिंग, जैसा सर ने मेंशन किया था. If you have not done this workshop, please do this workshop. I tell you, बच्चों को भी कराइए, आप लोग भी करिए, क्योंकि डिजाइन थिंकिंग एक ऐसी चीज है जिसमें एम्पथाइज, आइडिएट, प्रोटोटाइप, टेस्ट और डेफिनेशन. फाइनल प्रोडक्ट बनता कैसे? एक नई सोच के बाद एक आइडिया आती है. पहले तो आइडिया लाना कैसा, उस प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं आइडिएशन. ये आइडिएशन आपके अंतर्गत कर सकता है डिजाइन थिंकिंग का वर्कशॉप. इट डिजाइन्स योर थॉट प्रोसेस. द वे यू थिंक, इट डिजाइन्स योर थॉट प्रोसेस. So please understand the importance of this design workshop. It's very important. Empathize, define, ideate, prototype and test. 5 स्टेप है इसमें. और ये नॉन लीनियर है, कैसा भी हो सकता है. पहले आपको आइडिया आ सकती है, आप कोई टीच टेस्ट कर रहे हो, उसमें आपको प्रोटोटाइप मिल जाएगा. पहले प्रोटोटाइप बन जाएगा, फिर उसमें कुछ बहुत जरूरी है कि सोसाइटियल प्रॉब्लम्स को हम देखते रहे और उसमें क्या इनोवेशन करते रहे. जरूरी भी रहेगा, कोई इंडस्ट्री के लिए काम में आना चाहिए, कोई सोसाइटी के लिए काम में आना चाहिए. ऐसा रिसर्च करना चाहिए. बुकिश रिसर्च हमने बहुत कर लिया, एकेडमिक रिसर्च हमने बहुत कर लिया. वो रिसर्च करना, और उसको बोलते हैं सोशल इनोवेशन. जो समाज उपयोगी इनोवेशन होता है उसको बोलते हैं सोशल इनोवेशन. ये क्या रहता है? इट ब्रिंग वैल्यू टू सोसाइटी. दे आर मोर एफिशिएंट, दे आर मोर इफेक्टिव, दे आर मोर फेयर, they are more sustainable. Zamana, we are talking about sustainable goals. The world, UNO, UNESCO, everybody is concerned about sustainable goals. अब ये सब इतनी बड़ी बड़ी बात है. सस्टेनेबल गोल से मेरे को सीधा बीएससी सेकंड ईयर फिजिक्स के क्लास में आना है, क्योंकि मैं तो वहां पढ़ा रहा हूं. तो वो बच्चों की सोच में बदलाव लाना ही इनोवेशन है. उनको इनोवेटिव माइंडसेट में कन्वर्ट करना ही इनोवेशन है. आणि त्या करता त्याला सामाजिक बांधिलकी थोडंसं भावना देना पड़ता है. मॉरल, इथिक्स. त्याला सर यार क्या ये कार्बन फुटप्रिंट्स आप अपने बच्चों के लिए छोड़ने वाले हो? नेक्स्ट कमिंग जनरेशन जो हमारे बच्चे रहेंगे 20 साल बाद, जब वो 40-50 साल के हो जाएंगे तो उनको ऑक्सीजन खरीदना पड़ेगा मार्केट में, ऑक्सीजन पार्लर से. इतना कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हम पैदा करके रख देंगे, इतनी कार्बन फुट हैवॉक कर देंगे, कार्बन बॉन्ड्स हमारे पास रहेगा नहीं, कंट्री गरीब है. ये कैसे होगा? तो ये सेंसिटाइजेशन करना पड़ता है. ये सेंसिटाइजेशन के लिए बच्चों को मॉरल्स और इथिक्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. और वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ सोशल इनोवेशन, उनको अपनी गली में भेजिए, प्रॉब्लम्स दिखाइए. अरे ये तो केमिस्ट्री है सिंपल, ये तो फिजिक्स है, ये तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, ये तो नॉर्मल चीज है, ये तो टेस्टिंग है सिंपल. ये सब दिमाग में उनके डाल दिया तो उसको बोलते हैं सोशल इनोवेशन. और सोशल इनोवेशन ही इंडिया को बचा सकता है. वी नीड लॉट ऑफ इनोवेशंस. देयर इज अ सोशल प्रॉब्लम, देयर इज इनोवेशन एंड देयर हैज टू बी बिझनेस. एनजीओ ने उघडायचं आपल्याला. सोशल सर्व्हिस, समाज कार्य नाही करते आपण कि अपने आप को खाना नहीं मिल रहा, पैसे कमाना है, बिजनेस करना है, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है. बिजनेस करना है मेरे को यार, पैसे कमाना है मेरे को, मेरी फैमिली को सरवाइव करवाना है, उनको लैविश लाइफस्टाइल देनी है, उनको अगले 50 साल तक उनको हायर एजुकेशन देना है, उनको कार खरीद के देना है. मेरे को पैसा कमाना है, सवाल ही नहीं. आई वॉन्ट टू बी एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, बट माई एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, माई बिजनेस, माई माई आइडिया, माई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन शुड सपोर्ट डायरेक्टली. मैं पैसा कमा रहा हूं, बात अलग है, कमाऊंगा ही, लेकिन मेरे पैसे कमाने के वक्त ही मेरे बिजनेस प्रपोजल में ऐसा कोई आइडिया रहे जिसमें सोसाइटी का भी फायदा हो जाए. एक CSR होता है, कारपोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, वो बचे हुए प्रॉफिट से वो लोग समाज कार्य करते हैं, मेरे को वो नहीं बोलना है। एक है एनजीओ बहुत सारे समाज कार्य कर रहे हैं, जंगल कटाई के अगेंस्ट दौड़ रहे, अभी हमारे वर्धा रोड पे पेड़ काट रहे थे, उसमें बहुत मोर्चे के बहुत एनजीओ ने काम किया, वो भी चीज अलग है, उसमें पैसा नहीं है, दैट इज नॉन प्रॉफिट मेकिंग। नॉन प्रॉफिट मेकिंग ज्यादा दिन नहीं चलेगा क्योंकि आपको पैसा लगता है। सीएसआर फंड, सबको स्टोरी मालूम है, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स क्या क्या करते हैं, वो भी नहीं करना है। मैं तीसरी चीज प्रपोज कर रहा हूं जिसमें ट्रू इनोवेशन हो सकता है, समाज कार्य भी हो सकता है और अपना पैसा कमाना भी हो सकता है, उसको बोलते हैं सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। एक सोशल प्रॉब्लम रहता है, उसके ऊपर बिजनेस मॉडल डेवलप होता है और उसमें इनोवेशन रहता है, उस प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन इनोवेशन करके बिजनेस आइडिया देते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। सो बच्चों को हमको सोशल इनोवेशन और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का कल्चर डेवलप करना है। दूसरा एक छोटा सा आइडिया, और मैं 5 मिनट ले सकता हूँ ना, 10 मिनट मैडम, कैन आई टेक 5-10 मिनट्स मोर? Coordinator, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll take 10 minutes exact, 5 to 10 minutes, right? So now NEP is talking about holistic and multidisciplinary education. अब ये कैसा करना है? देखो, हमको दिल से काम करवाना है, मैंने पहले से बोल रहा हूँ, वो बच्चे को अंदर से लगना चाहिए यार कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कोर्स कर रहा हूँ यार, मेरी टीचर बहुत अच्छे है, मेरा कॉलेज बहुत अच्छा है, मेरे को इसमें से कुछ भी बहुत अच्छा काम करना है, मैं समाज उपयोगी होना रहे, मेरा एजुकेशन समाज के काम में आएगा, कंट्री के ग्रोथ के काम में आएगा। ये होलिस्टिक, सत्य, धर्म, शांति, प्रेम, अहिंसा, ये सब मेरे को लाना है। ये कैसे लाना है? मेरे को लोग ये बोलते हैं होलिस्टिक तो हो ही नहीं सकता, हमने एक इथिकल साइंस का सब्जेक्ट दिया है, उससे क्या होता है? तो उसको भी एक आइडिया मैंने अब आपसे साथ शेयर कर रहा हूँ, इसको सीमलेस इंक्लूजन ऑफ मॉरल्स एंड एथिक्स इनटू टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस। एक जनरल हमारे क्लास में हमने, या तो आप रोल मॉडल बन जाइए, आप खुद ही सत्य, अहिंसा, राइटस कंडक्ट, पीस, लव को फॉलो करिए, आपको देख के बच्चे वैसे बन जाएंगे, या तो आप हर क्लास के टॉपिक कोड के सामने लिख के चलिए, रोज 60 मिनट के क्लास में 3 से 4 मिनट आपने मॉरल वैल्यूज पे देना ही चाहिए। जब बच्चा अच्छा बन जाएगा ना, जो उसको भावना है, जो उसकी राष्ट्र भावना, उसकी प्रेम, उसकी, ही इज आंसरेबल टू, unless you make him realize that he is answerable to his society, his parents, his schools, his college, his country, he is answerable to, he is supposed to contribute, ये वाली भावनाएं जब तक उसके अंदर नहीं आती तब तक वो आदमी काम की चीज करेगा ही नहीं। तो ये कैसे करना है? तो उसको ये मॉरल, इथिक्स, राष्ट्र प्रेम, देश प्रेम, मातृ पितृ भक्ति, ये हल्के में हर क्लास में सोच के जाना। आज मेरा 60 मिनट में, सब्जेक्ट कोई भी रहे, इंग्लिश, मराठी, हिंदी, मैनेजमेंट, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथ्स, बॉटनी, व्हाटएवर, बट मेरे को बोलते बोलते शेवटचे 5 मिनिट, मधले 2-3 मिनिट मेरे को ट्रूथ, लव, पीस, हार्मनी, राइट कंडक्ट एंड नॉन वायलेंस पे बोलना ही बोलना है। ये मेरे टॉपिक कोड के लिस्ट में अगर मैं टीचिंग प्लान और लेसन प्लान में लिख डालू ना, तो मैं भूलता नहीं फिर। आणि मग हे संस्कार त्यांना एक समाज के प्रति प्रेम निर्माण होता है। प्रेम निर्माण होने के बाद उसको प्रॉब्लम्स दिखाइए, और जैसे प्रॉब्लम दिखना शुरू हो जाएगा उसके दिल में इनोवेशन आएगा और वो ऐसे कमाल के काम करते हैं। दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट, I would request teachers, travel, meet new people and cover entire bands of society can create true innovation. Network is net worth. जितने लोगों से हम जुड़ेंगे, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा था कि आप सब लोग आपकी ब्रांच लिखिए, आपकी ब्रांच लिखिए तो आपको समझेगा कि यार मेरे को तो डार्क एनर्जी में मेरे को भी काम करना है। बॉटनी का प्लांट बायोटेक्नोलॉजी है, राहुल पवार सर, वेरी गुड टॉपिक, हमारे पास बायोटेक्नोलॉजी ब्रांच है, वी कैन वर्क टुगेदर। तो खेरानी सर पर्सनल डेवलपमेंट बोल रहे हैं, मेरा भी फेवरेट टॉपिक है। तो अगर ये सब हम जुड़ के काम करें ना, तो नेटवर्क इज नेटवर्थ। तो आप सभी लोग प्लीज कीप ऑन राइटिंग समथिंग इन द चैट दैट विल एनकरेज ऑल ऑफ अस। सो ट्रैवल, मीट न्यू पीपल। न्यू मतलब कैसा है, मैं फिजिक्स का हूं ना, तो मैं फिजिक्स को छोड़ के बात करूंगा, मैं केमिस्ट्री, मैथ्स, मेडिकल कॉलेज में वहां जाके बात करूंगा, तो मेरे को मजा आएगा। एंड कवर एंटायर बैंड ऑफ सोसाइटी। ये 3 चीजें अगर हम कर सकते हैं तो हमारे रिसर्च, इनोवेशन और टीचिंग में बहुत ज्यादा इंप्रूवमेंट होगा। इट इज ईरा ऑफ कोलैबोरेशन एंड नेटवर्किंग। लेट अस कोलैबोरेट, शेक हैंड्स। मेरे को फिजिक्स आता है लेकिन मेरे को एक मैथ्स वाले के साथ पार्टनरशिप करना है, मेरे को एक ज्योग्राफी के साथ पार्टनरशिप करना है, मेरे को, मैं अभी टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंस के साथ काम कर रहा हूँ, इतना मजा आता है। मैं अभी वॉर्सो के इकोनॉमिक्स डिपार्टमेंट के साथ काम कर रहा हूँ, फिजिक्स के साथ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि फिजिक्स में उनको समझा रहा हूँ, इकोनॉमिक्स वो मेरे को समझा रहे हैं। और मेरे को इकोनॉमिक्स 0 समझता था, मैंने कितने ट्रेनिंग लिया अभी इकोनॉमिक्स पे, मैनेजमेंट पे, तब जाके थोड़ा बहुत समझ रहा है। तो इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी, मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी अप्रोच, सिम्बायोटिक रिसर्च का जमाना है, तभी आपको नई आइडियाज आएंगी, तभी इनोवेशन होता है। कोई भी एक सिंगल फील्ड में इनोवेशन नहीं होता, क्योंकि उसको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की जरूरत पड़ेगी, उसको आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की, उसको आईओटी की जरूरत पड़ेगी, तो प्लीज सी टू इट दैट डिसॉल्व द बाउंड्रीज ऑफ सब्जेक्ट, ब्रांच, यूनिवर्सिटी, सीनियर, जूनियर हट के प्रॉब्लम फोकस रह के, फिर उसमें मेरे को हिस्ट्री वाले का काम पड़ सकता है, मराठी वाले का काम पड़ सकता है. आई विल कोलैबोरेट एंड आई विल वर्क. I'm not boasting myself, but I'm just mentioning that I'm currently working with 11 world-class universities, which includes Berlin, Lisbon, Croatia, Magdeburg, Germany, Edinburgh, Scotland, Norway, Riga, 5 Israeli universities, Sakhnin University, Talha University, Tel Aviv University, Haifa, Jaffa. मैं इजराइल तो मैं इतना ट्रैवल किया हूँ क्योंकि उनके साथ तो 5 साल प्रोजेक्ट किया है, 3.5 साल प्रोजेक्ट किया है, बहुत इजराइल ट्रैवल किया हूँ. मैक्सिमम वहाँ का मतलब मैक्सिमम सिटीज और कॉलेजेस जा चुका हूँ, वहाँ कुछ ना कुछ उनके साथ एक्सपर्टीज के साथ प्रोजेक्ट किया है. 3 नेपाल कॉलेज के साथ, नेपाल की यूनिवर्सिटी से काम कर रहा हूँ, 3 किर्गिस्तान के साथ कर रहा हूँ, और इंडिया में भी कई लोगों से पार्टनरशिप है, जैसे लवली यूनिवर्सिटी, टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंस, पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी, दत्ता माई मेडिकल इंस्टीट्यूट. इतने डिफरेंट लोगों के साथ पार्टनरशिप करी है और उसके फल भी वैसे मिल रहा है, क्योंकि मेरे को जो आता वो उनको नहीं आता और उनको जो आता वो मेरे को नहीं आता. इस चक्कर में क्या हो रहा है कि दोनों के साथ दोनों को फायदा हो रहा है. वो मेरे को फिजिक्स नहीं पढ़ा रहे, मैं उनको फिजिक्स पढ़ा रहा हूँ, वो मेरे को इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ा रहे. सो दिस पार्टनरशिप हैज पेड मी अ लॉट. वी हैव क्रिएटेड लॉट ऑफ न्यू थिंग्स. We are working with Baidyanath. We are working with National Institute of Minor Cell. We are working with Mahindra and Mahindra for innovations. We are working with TCS. I am humble to state that अगर मैं collaborative ventures में उतर रहा हूँ तो पैसे की भी कोई कमी नहीं रहती है. These are few grants which I have fetched beyond AICT. Almost like last 4 साल में 4.5 करोड़ ग्रांट तो मैंने खुद लाई है. तो वो इंपॉर्टेंट वो है कि अगर आप ग्रीन इकोनॉमी पे काम कर रहे हो, सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पे कर रहे हो, सोशल इनोवेशन पे काम कर रहे हो, उसके लिए आपको फिजिक्स वाला भी आदमी लगता है, केमिस्ट्री का लगता है, बायोकेमिस्ट्री का लगता है, बायोटेक, फार्मेसी, ज्योग्राफी, एनवायरमेंटल साइंस और वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट का एक्सपर्ट है. इससे मिलके ये प्रोजेक्ट बनते हैं और वो सही में सोसाइटी के कोई ना कोई सोल्यूशन देते हैं. एक छोटा सा लास्ट सजेशन मैं आपको लास्ट में दे रहा हूँ. आपके हर कॉलेज में, हर डिपार्टमेंट में एक ऐसी स्पेस रखिए जो किसी की नहीं है, जो फिजिक्स की नहीं, बॉटनी की नहीं और इंग्लिश की भी नहीं. इट इज, यू कैन गिव द नेम. मैंने मेरे कॉलेज में किया है, रेवतकर सर आ चुके हैं. नॉलेज सेंटर, नॉलेज लैब, नॉलेज को वर्किंग स्पेस, इनोवेशन सेंटर, नॉलेज कैफे, ओपन लाइब्रेरी, आप नाम कुछ भी दीजिए, लेकिन एक ऐसी स्पेस क्रिएट करिए जहां बच्चा सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम को लेके सोचे, ना कि मेरा फिजिक्स, ना कि मेरा केमिस्ट्री में तो पीसीएम में, पीसीबी में, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में, कंप्यूटर साइंस नहीं. उसको कुछ तो भी उसको मजा आ रहा पढ़ने में, वो वहां आके रजिस्टर करे. ये जगह के लिए कोई हॉल नहीं, कोई रूम नहीं, कॉरिडोर में रखिए. मैंने कई कॉलेज में जाके इसको शुरू कर दिया है और उनको बहुत मजा आ रहा है. टीचर भी यहाँ बैठते हैं, स्टूडेंट भी यहाँ बैठते हैं, एक दूसरे के साथ अच्छा काम करते हैं और इनोवेशन के लिए एक सुपीक जमीन तैयार होती है. इनोवेशन साठी बहुत जरूरी है, बहुत जरूरी है. सो दिस आउट ऑफ बॉक्स इंटरमीडिएट स्पेस क्रिएट करना, ना वो फिजिक्स की है ना वो केमिस्ट्री की. वहां कोई बोर्ड नहीं रहेगा, वहां प्रॉब्लम रहेगा और सोल्यूशन कोई भी दे सकता है. अपने कॉलेज का नहीं, बाहर का भी दे सकता है, पर प्रॉब्लम और सोल्यूशन, प्रॉब्लम सोल्यूशन, बस. दिस इज वेयर वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट वी कैन नर्चर इनोवेशन अमॉन्ग द स्टूडेंट्स. ट्रेनिंग्स भी बहुत जरूरी है. आई कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट रेवतकर सर की उन्होंने आए बराबर ज्वाइन किया. ऑफ कोर्स बिग कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस फॉर टेकिंग ओवर एज एन प्रिंसिपल. यू विल सी लॉट ऑफ चेंजेस विद हिज लीडरशिप नाउ, क्योंकि सर का स्टाइल अलग है. मैं सर के साथ मतलब हमारा 91 से दोस्ती है या उससे भी पहले से है. So I know him for more than 31-32 years now, and he has very simple, very humble way of bringing out changes. Ambedkar में उनका contribution हमें हमेशा देख रहे हैं और I am very happy and fortunate that he has joined this new institution, wherein he has got a good team. And वो team और सर के पास ego zero है. सर खुद होके आपको चाय बना दे देंगे, सर कुछ भी कर सकते. He wants problems to be solved. So he is an amazing guy. आप वो सब कर सकते हो. ये आए बराबर उन्होंने ये ट्रेनिंग रख दिया एंड आई वाज वेरी हैप्पी टू सी द लिस्ट ऑफ स्पीकर्स व्हिच ही नरेटेड इन हिज इनॉग्रल स्पीच. इतने बढ़िया उन्होंने मतलब टंडन सर भी आज सर के कारण आए और मैं बाकी भी नाम पढ़ रहा था उसमें, अब मैं जब सुन रहा था. तो यू हैव अ ग्रेट ट्रीट डियर पार्टिसिपेंट्स. प्लीज गिव योर फुल आईज एंड ईयर्स टू सच वर्कशॉप्स. लर्न अ लॉट, ट्राई टू क्रिएट इनोवेशंस. ट्रेनिंग इज दी मंत्रा, ट्रेनिंग इज दी मंत्रा. ये ऐसे स्टाफ डेवलपमेंट करेंगे नहीं तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता. मेरा खुद का पीएचडी, हमारा रेवतकर सर का, हम मेरा पीएचडी होके अभी कितने 27 साल हो गए. उस पीएचडी को कहाँ गिनाऊंगा मैं कल क्या सीखा, मैं आज ये वर्कशॉप में क्या सीखा, मैं कल परसों पिछले साल क्या सीखा, मेरे को उससे मतलब है. You will not believe, I'm not boasting again and again, just putting my example. ये 10-12 PhD स्टूडेंट हो गए, वो नहीं. मेरे को प्रॉब्लम है, मैं पिछले 4 साल में, मतलब 2018 से लेके तो आज तक 4 साल में मैंने 18 सर्टिफिकेट कोर्सेज किए, वो भी फिजिकली वो यूनिवर्सिटी जाके. मतलब मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स किया स्कॉटलैंड में जाके, क्रिएटिविटी एंड क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग का कोर्स किया जर्मनी में जाके, लिस्बन में मैंने सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप किया, इजराइल में मैंने सोशल इनोवेशन का कोर्स किया, पूरा फ्रेशली सीखा. इतना मजा आया कि यू गेट ऑल दैट नॉलेज, और सब नया है ना. मैनेजमेंट के लिए मैं तो एमबीए कर ही नहीं पाया कभी, तो एमबीए नहीं किया था, तो मैं जब भी मैनेजमेंट के कोर्सेज कर रहा हूँ, सीख रहा हूँ, और अभी मैं उन्हीं कंट्रीज में जाके उनके क्लासेस भी ले रहा हूँ, ट्रेनिंग दे भी रहा हूँ. अभी परसों आई एम फ्लाइंग टू किर्गिस्तान फॉर 10 days to 4 different universities for delivering session, keynote address and so on. So बहुत मजा आता है जब आप सीखते रहो. So keep updation, ऐसे कोर्सेस अटेंड करते रहिए. हमने रिसर्च मेथोलॉजी कोर्स डिजाइन किया, 60 कॉलेज में 6,000 टीचर्स को दे दिया है. एडवांस टीचिंग मेथोलॉजी पे एक वर्कशॉप क्रिएट किया था जो 50 कॉलेज में 10,000 टीचर को दे चुके हैं. सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पे जो कोर्स किया वो 2,000. फेक न्यूज पे मैंने एक कोर्स मॉड्यूल डेवलप किया, पूरा फंडेड है यूरोपियन यूनियन के साथ, 1000 प्रोफेशनल्स को दिया है, जिसमें पुलिस हो गए, जिसमें प्रेस वाले हो गए, मास कम्युनिकेशन वाले हो गए. और अभी हम लोग ग्रीन इकोनॉमी पे काम कर रहे हैं, जिसमें ये 6 कोर्सेस रेडी है जो स्क्रीन पे आप पढ़ रहे हो. सो पॉइंट इज कीप लर्निंग, कीप अपग्रेडिंग, कीप a conscious intentionally put innovation component into teaching learning. Trigger the innovation, trigger the curiosity component, and trigger the inquisitiveness among the students so that they will ask questions. You will reply. आपको अभी आना जरूरी नहीं, आप बोलना कल शाम को आया बेटा, कल तेरे को समझाऊंगा, मैं भी गूगल करूंगा. But hand in hand working, self learning, lifelong learning, and working for innovation is the mantra and the solution for this. Thank you so much, all of you, for being such an amazing audience. I am sure that we will work together. I congratulate all of you for attending this workshop. Please make full use of this. Ask questions, do brainstormings, connect to more people, and see to it that you grow along with your students. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am available on all these social medias. You can connect me if you really want to get in touch with me. I am a complete social media person. आप मेरे को ट्विटर, फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, लिंक्डइन में मेरे को 22,000 फॉलोअर्स है. सो नेटवर्किंग का जमाना है. तो आई एम अवेलेबल ऑन ऑल दी सोशल मीडिया. आई एम अवेलेबल ऑन 9822233286 or for WhatsApp only. And please get connected. Send your suggestions and feedback on this session. I'll be very happy to receive something from your side. Any proposal, I'll be very happy to receive. Let us get connected on this social media and do something together, a more fruitful thing. Thank you so much. Over to coordinator.
Now the session is open for discussion. Hello. Okay. Thank you, sir, for your nice talk and motivation towards innovations. Pleasure to hear you.
Thank you.
Now I call IQAC Coordinator, Mr. Sadanand Sarve, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Vidya Vikas College, Samudrapur, for vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Very good afternoon to all. Today's sessions are very nice and informative and motivating to all of us. From the Vidya Vikas College, Samudrapur, I would like to thank Nanuti sir and Professor Ram Gopal Tandon sir for their valuable guidance and motivational speech to this first day of this FDP workshop. Tandon sir gives us valuable guidance on innovation and invention and what future we are going to face in future. And Nanuti sir inspire us for the what is the need of great thinking for power of innovation, and definitely we will focus on that innovations in our institution and try to establish incubation center, entrepreneur sources. And I would like to thank Principal Dr. K.G. Revatkar sir and Principal of Shivaji Science College SM Varkad sir for their valuable time and inaugural guidance. I would also thank Dr. Shirbate Madam, Dr. R.R. Khirani sir, Dr. Shilpa Samdurkar Madam, and Roshni Patikar Madam for making the 2-day session successful. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the participants who have participated in this first day FDP workshop actively and shows their very good response in chat and so many sections. I would like to thank all and each person who helped technically to make this first day session successful. And today, tomorrow we will meet at the 10:50 a.m. in the morning, 10 minutes before 11 a.m. So thank you very much. Thank you all participants and guests for their valuable time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, all of you. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you. Thank you.